Right,
Yes, same here. Local probably counts somehow, but your ballot voting counts more than your poll voting.
Well, here, let me try to shine a ray of light here in this little black pill conversation we found ourselves in. Of like, say it's just extreme American nationalism and not that, and no persecuting of anybody. It's just like a profound love of nation and domestic production and revamping your industrial whatever.
Fascism.
Hey guys,
I'm not talking.
What's going on, Ben?
But
long time no see.
Yeah, I've been in jail. I was in jail.
How was it?
Taking a walk with my daughter.
Wow.
When did you get out?
Good. They should have gave
How
you 90.
dare you walk with your dog? How dare you? That's so wrong.
There's a lot of guys in jail for things like that.
Oh yeah. When did you get out?
A couple days ago. I had no phone. They took my wallet. They dumped me.
Yeah, that's what they do in jail. Yeah.
Afterwards, right? So, and I'm not allowed to contact the only person I can contact. It's an insane situation, but I actually think I've done some research on it. Like I think I understand where it's coming from. Guys in jail a lot of times have their theories. There's sort of like a black people theories about stuff, and then there's like reality, which sometimes they have, other times not so much. But they seem to think there's too many cops, and that the system of all the correctional officers, all the cops, they have really nothing to do, so they have to justify it through domestic violence laws and enforcing them because it gives them an excuse that they're making all these arrests and all this bullshit, which is sort of true. But I also think it comes out of these originally these laws came out of feminism's attempt to say that like we have to stop the problem of toxic masculinity and men killing women, which does happen.
They do it to corral miscreants they don't like.
Are the result of feminism?
Joe Biden.
Well, there's always been laws against like extreme assault, right? And if a man kills his wife or something like, right? It's always
what happened. I don't even really know what happened with your case.
Grace and I were on stream. We play up our characters, and I shoved her with my foot or whatever you want to say, kicked her or something like that. Didn't cause her any injury, didn't cause her any pain. And some assholes on YouTube.
You kicked the back of her chair. You kicked the back of the chair hard enough to where somebody called the cops. You kicked the chair hard enough to where somebody was concerned and called the cops.
No, it wasn't a chair. But you're gonna just do this kind of thing, right? Because you're a bitch. You're a bitch. You're gonna tell me what's up because you're a bitch. You're a mama.
Sure.
What's happening right now?
That's what happened, though, right? You kicked your chair. You kicked your chair, and somebody called the cops.
It was not a chair.
Okay, we've heard your. I haven't seen it. We heard you. We heard him. Let's move on.
It was her shoulder. It was her shoulder you kicked, and not the chair.
Wrong.
Right, and you didn't look all creepy right before you did it. You didn't go and then kick her chair. Well, right?
It's probably the clip is probably out there, Fed. I don't want to argue about it. It's probably out there if you want to find it, but
at all.
And you know who made the call? The Keystone Cop crew.
Here's my problem. Why can't an adult, in this case, an adult female, make a decision to have a relationship which involves physicality with her father? Like, what's the problem? Why can't I shove my daughter if she's fine with it?
I mean, that's creepy and weird. That's a creepy and weird.
Hold on. This is an easy one. This is an easy one. You ready for it? This is a fucking shocker. At your age, it might hurt you. So get ready. You ready?
I'm ready for your drunk thoughts. Yes.
Okay, here it comes.
Bird speech wisdom. Yes.
You're okay. Bird speech coming at you. You ready? Society has decided no.
Right. Okay. So can you have a society in which men cannot express physicality towards females?
Could you just not express physicality instead? Maybe that would be a better solution.
Joe Biden wrote those laws, by the way.
Solution.
Hey, Mr. Ben Thorp.
Not have tarot cards.
I have no issue, honestly, with domestic violence laws. I think probably, I haven't seen the clip. I don't know. I would guess, just from my instinct tells me that you made a moron move. She's probably all right. I know she wasn't fine afterwards when I saw her, or it seemed like it. And there was people on TV, or you were on TV, so people are there waiting. People are always waiting, right?
Hey, is it,
I don't
is
think
it your-
I don't
Hold
think
on,
that
hold on.
that saying that we should let it so that women can choose to be with dudes that beat them up is a good argument at all.
Is it your biological
Well, you think-
daughter?
That women are human beings, or are they animals that need?
Hell, hold on. Is it your biological daughter?
Yes, it's his biological daughter.
And you're
Oh, is
fucking her?
No, I
Are
only
you
fuck.
fucking serious?
I'm
Can we-
asking. That's what he's saying,
So
isn't
upset
it?
that you're such a fucking.
That's not what he said at all.
Okay.
Um,
Alright. I was gonna say, I don't know how you're not in
why,
prison.
why
if
do you
that's the
think that a
case.
better? Why would you choose to
But
go
that is
after?
part of the story, right?
No, it's
I
not
haven't heard this
That is
fucking part of the
lore.
part of
story.
your lies and your homosexuality. You're obsessed homosexually. Okay, that's your story. It's not my story. Now,
The fuck are you talking
You haven't
about?
been on multiple panels. You haven't been on multiple panels in the past 3 months talking about how this is all a big joke and you guys pretend to have sex, right?
don't pretend to have sex. I have real sex with your mother up her ass every night, and she cries because you're.
So does Joe Cool. I don't fucking care.
Yo, kick this faggot off the show. Get him out of here.
I agree. Get him off the show. He sucks.
Great. So now the rest of the world gets to fucking absorb and Ben Thorp.
Hey,
world
I'm
again.
trying
This
to
is
ask
the
some
whole
fucking
week. Now that you're out
questions.
of fucking jail, you fucking
Fucking
loser.
Yo, get this fucking
Chill out for a
creep out of
second,
here.
Fatty. Chill out for a second, Fatty. Ben.
Oh, look at this guy.
Hey, Ben.
I'm out.
So, I mean, you said you were going to set up that modern day debates. You never did it. So I just want, first off, that to be clear that another challenge you challenged me to never pulled through. Also, I want to make it clear. So, do you not understand that, especially when it's in the case of a father and a daughter, that if you are the one who raised her, it's easier for you to manipulate her into accepting abuse?
Maybe, but I mean, she's
So
free.
that is the reason for domestic violence law.
All right, let's go here. Okay, so you think that adult females need the state, the government, the police to arbitrate for them whether they can engage in relationships or not? Is that right?
If about violence, it's about being abused in a relationship where they can be manipulated. Yes, even
How do-
men, need
wait,
this,
okay,
Ben.
okay.
The only reason you're allowed
Wait
to
a second.
talk on this phone right now is because men let you.
No, we're
stupid
men.
fuck.
We're doing back and forth, right? So I could say something, you could say
Dude,
something.
you're talking about fucking your daughter, you
I want to hear your
fucking
bitch.
creep.
Okay, all right, okay, yes. No, I already clarified. It's your mother up the ass
Hey.
every hard.
I'm not trying to hear people jump in and have little spurg fits.
I would like to have.
I think that we can have an actual conversation here and figure out what the fuck's going on and maybe make a point. Like, it's clearly better to just not beat women, right?
There was ever
Like,
a time
why-
for her to say there was something going on that way, she would have said it at that time or this time or whatever.
I
my
think
opinion.
most women. I think most. Here's the thing: most women are fairly comfortable historically with some degree of physicality in relationships. I mean, you're talking about a father.
That's pure speculation. That's pure speculation.
I got
Agreed.
something in the back there for you, Flo.
Well, I think most people would say there are times when a man should check a woman physically.
Better performance. You look like you're gonna cry, and then you hold back because you're so afraid of you're already doing something to you, right?
No, that's literally not why.
Afraid of you're already doing.
Okay, so you're a dick.
You're a bitch. Maybe you're a bitch. Yeah, maybe.
I mean,
right? Maybe that's
Ben, hold on. Why wouldn't you just both as a practical measure, right? Just objectively, because you know it's going to sell better in court, for instance, and morally, because you have some self-awareness. Why wouldn't you say, I was a dick? Instead of trying to say the laws protecting women from abuse are wrong.
Well, these laws. I mean, so you don't believe that within families, there are difficulties that families have. Sometimes women get killed. Sometimes women asked to get killed, frankly. Sometimes
today, Junior.
put themselves,
I don't know about that.
sometimes men put themselves in those situations. Yes, it happens. Intimate relationships, and we're mostly talking about intimate relationships. I don't know why father-daughter relationship is qualified as such. Usually,
Well, you wouldn't, would you? I mean, they're
I don't know what that means.
This is information gleaned from talking to other inmates on inmate.com. Yeah, I trust all the inmates about why they're in jail.
No, this is this is just not taking responsibility for something.
So, what I'm saying is, like, regardless of that particular thing, we're talking about domestic violence laws in general. I'm saying if a cop is called, and usually this is like partner violence, okay? How is a cop supposed to adjudicate who's at fault? It's a voluntary relationship. If someone doesn't want to be part of that relationship, because
that one's not confusing.
Oh, that is a father raising a daughter. You have all that time of her life, 21 years to manipulate her.
And your connection's a little rough.
Do to her. What's that?
Ben's connection is a little bit choppy.
The audio?
She said on the stream that she was manipulating him at the time. I don't know if that's true, but
well, look, men can manipulate women. Women can manipulate men. Is that not obvious?
This isn't a complicated situation, though.
It is. What about the 1 year no contact? I mean, a mandatory 1 year no contact. Is that fair?
Hey Ben, are you saying that women are equal to men?
No, I'm saying women are human beings. You're saying they're animals that can be manipulated.
I did not say that. No, I said are they equal? Don't
anybody say they're an animal, it's the guy who kicks the dog.
Have chosen to make themselves not a part of your life because you're a loser.
Listen, bears aren't equal to dogs either, right? They're both animals. I didn't ask you that.
Who even looks at you and wants to have anything to do with you ends up.
Yeah.
Hey Ben, loser, right? Ben, turn your camera off. Your audio's choppy. Try turning your camera off. See if your audio clears up. Your audio's a little choppy.
Me minus.
Yeah.
All right. I'll pop off and then come back on.
Well, I mean, you're all right. The camera takes up a lot of bandwidth, though. Well, all right, there you go.
The state has standards, and it doesn't matter if the person that's been harmed or potentially harmed cares or not. Touching,
correct,
is assault.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Unwanted touching is assault. That's all it comes down to.
You're right. I agree with you. I find it amazing. I'm like truly fascinated by the fact that he's taking the position he's taking. It seems, I don't know what it is, like fucking wild.
What did he say?
He's trying to rationalize and justify.
Yeah, basically the laws against domestic violence are an infringement on women's rights to choose the relationships they want.
Ben's asking for the link in the chat again.
Okay.
I got to go babysit some grown men. You guys have fun babysitting this grown-ass man. If that's what he thinks he wants to call himself. Fucking loser. I got a...
It's hilarious. I was just sitting down.
So Daddy, I'm an artist. How should I know?
Someone messages me. They're like, "Yo, Ben's on flows," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. So Daddy, I'm an artist. And there's no book on wanted, touching, mind reading thing. How much to know what touching's wanted and unwanted? I know kicking someone's probably unwanted, but I can't discern properly because I'm not psychic yet.
Yes, you can. Stop being that way. It's your responsibility to figure it out. If you can't figure it out, you get in trouble.
Okay.
In that situation,
well, just make sure I have more power than everyone else.
Hank, I ain't gay, but I'll fuck you to prove a point.
In that situation,
yeah, you would. But I have Lou.
I've been involved in this shit, and I've had a lot of experience with dealing with domestic violence, and it's pretty black and white. A lot of times it happens where there's no innocence, you know.
Fatty, none of us are like, you know, born yesterday, I don't think. All of us are sufficiently white trash to have been involved.
You can't fucking kick people. You can't fucking treat people like that, especially your own daughter on live stream, because somebody will call the cops.
Not to mention, there's another clip. There's another clip of Ben and Grace on stream, and Ben swings his arm at her like she.
I get it. I'm truly curious about what's in his brain, and I'm not curious about who's clutching pearls or whether or not it's right or wrong. So if you motherfuckers could stop piping in with your little condemnations and your emotional outbursts, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, maybe he'll incriminate himself.
Yeah. Let's engage.
How about this? How about this? The next person who fucking tries to do that shit and clutch their pearls at me, getting kicked off.
Hey, sorry about that.
That's a good.
Was that a dare?
Am I coming in better?
No, it's. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and move you.
Am I coming in better? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. I put in headphones. I think the echo cancellation was getting me.
How did
I ask a question?
But here's my essential point about this domestic violence stuff. So traditionally, I'm Catholic. Traditionally, in the Christian worldview, families have to sort things out on their own, and the state only comes in the most extreme circumstances. Okay, feminists said that's not good enough. We want the state. It's an interesting move, and a lot of feminists have actually thought twice about it now. We're going to have the state, the police state, use violence to be like the super daddy. Now, you guys think that that's okay, and that's a good idea? I do not think that's okay.
I'm about as anti-police as you'll find on YouTube, and I'm fine with it.
Okay, so how is it that you think that if someone reports something, which is called violence, which I would call, like any physicality could be called violence. Violence is a normal, like touching other people is a normal part of family life. In my opinion, maybe in your guys' world it isn't. But something can be reported as violence, and then the police come in and what do they do? How are they going to be helpful in a situation like that? What are they going to do?
Well, they'll stop you from kicking Grace.
Well, okay, so that's actually not true. So you're saying that
sorry, that's funny.
Police are going to be there to act as personal bodyguards for every female on planet Earth. They're not.
They respond to every call. They respond to call. They're supposed to respond to calls of violence. I think that is the only, like, really the most easy to defend place for cops to be at all is when there's actually somebody being victimized. Now, if you wanted to say that was barely a little kick, maybe it was mean, but it didn't hurt her, that's a different argument. But to say that they shouldn't be involved in protecting people from physical attack at all is kind of absurd.
Okay, so you were once a boy, right? And I imagine, I know that you got into fights at times. Do you think the police should have been called and intervened every time you got in a fight?
With other boys? Is that what he's asking you? With other boys?
Mm-hmm. With other people?
I think that
men and women are different, Ben.
It is different, but I still think that yes, police should, if the police were called, which none of us wanted them to be, but I do think that it should be their job to stop the violence.
Okay, so you think that if two boys are having a fight outside of a school, that the police should be called in? That it could never be solved between, like...
It can be solved without police. However, I think if the police become aware of it, it is their job to stop it.
Right.
Then I want to know is if Grace wanted to quash the protective order right now, can she do that or no?
Nope.
She can petition for it.
You can petition. Yeah, it's not guaranteed. The judge would have to
do nothing. He's especially in his case with him being the father and she's the daughter. This is
yeah, and that relationship is even more clear in why it should be there because you raised her. The power you don't have to agree with me, but the power dynamics are not the same as two adults who were raised separately and independently.
That's true. She has much more power than I do.
How do you figure that, Ben? Where's the logic behind that?
Okay, so you don't think in the current like sort of state of things, like I ran into a guy in jail. He's a young kid, nice kid. His girlfriend or whatever had like accused him of cheating on her, like at a bus stop or something like that. Slapped him a couple of times, and he pushed her away. When the cops were called, he was arrested and thrown in jail. Now, you guys think that makes sense? I think he had every right to push her back. Fuck her.
Cops are always going to respond after the fact, right? I don't think it's perfect, but it's not a perfect world we live in. I don't think there's a better solution, really.
Well, do you know what the old solution used to be?
I don't care what it
Do
is.
nothing?
Oh, okay.
It does. I mean, the old solution doesn't matter. I see what the solution is now, and I don't think there's a better alternative for it.
Okay, so you think like throwing tons of men in jail, and ruining families and ruining lives is a good idea, even though it doesn't serve any purpose. It doesn't serve any deterrent purpose. It only escalates domestic violence.
I would love to end the number of men in jail. I would start with the all the drug users and drug offenders, get them all out. Everything that is a voluntary transaction, prostitution, if there's people in there for gambling, whatever.
Right.
Assault is not one of those.
Is not one of what?
It is not a voluntary exchange.
Well, it can be.
Yeah, if you have a contract.
If you're having rough sex.
Yeah, rough sex. You have a contract to fight.
Guys, here's a news flash. Men are by nature aggressive and violent.
Okay, let him. I want to hear this. When can people consent in violence? Just in the terms of a sexual nature.
People can have a physical relationship. I banter with guys on the internet. I can push guys around and we can slap each other around.
All right, but I'm asking like specifically a physical. I'm asking specifically a physical.
Physical.
Yeah. So
if you were a real man and not a little baby, and I was friends with you, and we were at a bar, I'd push you around, and we'd have some physicality. Maybe we'd go outside and wrestle and things like that. Yes, that's normal. Men express themselves physically.
With other men,
and that's not even accurate. That's not even accurate because you are acting like there's a normal and regular course of action that men just roll around and then get over it. Sometimes men pull fucking guns out or knives out. Sometimes people get fucked up. The last time somebody tried to roll around the bar with me, I broke his 4 top teeth out.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you a question.
Right, because you're a bitch. That's because you don't understand how to handle yourself.
Ben, I'm going to ask you a question.
You escalate everything.
Yes. So Ben, you confirm that Grace is more.
If somebody your size tries to take a swing at me, I'm gonna break his fucking teeth out.
All right. I want to ask Ben a question.
Whatever.
And I'm gonna end the fight efficiently. I'm not here to try to play and hope that this stranger is gonna play nice and only beat me up a little bit. I'm not making that calculation.
What do you mean my size? I'm an old man. You're a young.
I'm just squeeze it out. Ben, you confirm that Grace is more powerful than you. I want to add Grace's power to my own. How would I do that?
Well, women.
Wait a second. Hold on. RZA, can I see you cam up before I bring you up?
Rizzo's not going to cam up.
Grace could have any of you guys.
Do you know who that is?
At any time.
Yeah, he's just.
Yeah, I want to have her on my side.
Extra obnoxious. I'm just letting you know now.
He is going to be obnoxious?
Oh, yeah. He's going to be extra obnoxious.
Okay.
There's a couple.
Listen. What about horseplay? Like kids love horseplay.
That's not what that was. It's not relevant here.
I used to throw them.
That's not what that was. It's not relevant.
Ben, can you answer the question directly? In what context is violence consensual between a father and a daughter?
I could totally have a relationship with my daughter in which we both use, I use or she uses physicality towards me, and I consent to it. It's fine. And
in what context, though? In what context?
Any context we choose.
I think
so. Just hitting each other for absolutely no reason.
I think it's a normal part in my world. It's a normal part of relationships. If she wants to fuck around with me and slap me in the face, I have no problem with that. I'm not a bitch like you guys.
It's not. You are a bitch because you have to hit your daughter.
I don't have to hit my daughter. I'm just saying, physical expression is part of human relationships. I don't.
Is this going to be? Is this going to be your claim in court too? You're going to fuck yourself over.
I'm done with court. I think the case was dismissed.
Oh, was it? Then why do you still have the order?
Because that's what they have. That's what they mandate.
Oh, is that right? They dismissed the case, but you still have the restraining order?
Joe Biden.
Yes, that's right.
Or the no contact order?
They illegally arrested me.
They illegally arrested you?
Yes, that's right.
Ben.
$2 from Callum. Let RZA up.
You can let him up. He's a bitch. He's a loser.
Okay.
I'll give him a shot.
Speakeasy. Speakeasy and Reza have a lot in common.
It was a bit rude to say that I was going to be super obnoxious. It's not true.
Well, then prove him wrong.
Yeah, prove me wrong, Reza. I have hope now that you said that.
But no, look, all I'm saying is like Ben's been in prison for like a week or so. He must have good prison stories. Speakeasy messed this up last time by not asking him about his experience. We like Thorp updates. How about what was it like in prison? How did you get on?
It was crazy.
I want to hear Ben's. Yeah.
This prison is crazy. It's fucking dehumanizing. They treat you like an animal. I really think this idea that these things are correctional facilities, they don't explain anything to you. You have no idea what's going on, and they let the prisoners run the kind of basically run the prison. So there's all these like sort of gangs that are like keeping you from being able to make a phone call because you have to ask Tyrone and get in with his gang if you can make a phone call. It's crazy. It's just punitive. It makes no sense. It's unhelpful. It's dehumanizing, and I just think it's like the brutality of that system. And what's interesting about it is this is the response to violence. And bitches like Flow State think like, yeah, that's cool. That makes sense. What we're going to do to stop violence is create dehumanizing violent situations to deter people. It doesn't deter people.
Are you feeling more violent than ever?
Did you see any violence in prison? Did you experience any violence?
Yeah, there were a couple of guys in a cell one was beating the shit out of the other apparently, and they were crying against the door. And see, even there, the cellmate, the prisoners are like, "Don't be a bitch, handle it in the cell." Because
Daisy, I'm okay.
Because when the COs come and get involved, they can't adjudicate who started it. How do they know?
Did you have to hold the pocket all day or just in the mornings?
How's your booty hole?
I had 3 cellmates. They were great guys. The first guy was this 6'5" guy who had served 8 years of hard time. It just got out and then got thrown back in for a domestic violence against his mother's boyfriend.
Anyone recognize you in there?
One dude did. Yeah, he runs a channel called like From Gangster to Legit or something like that. He's
apparently not.
He's had 14 domestic violence charges. Never hit his wife. His wife's crazy. But once you get in the system, you get fed.
Oh my God! All these poor victimized men, all probably hanging out in protective custody together. Oh, we just got bad women.
Yeah, well, actually,
I don't know. I don't know why Easy's such a bitch. I know Easy treats his women badly. I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh yeah, horribly.
No, he just neglects his kids.
I roundhouse kick them every morning. I drive to all their houses every morning, and I give them a roundhouse kick every morning, and then I
bet they'd love they'd love being roundhoused instead of fucking ignored. Bad man.
Yeah, right. That's right. Now, this is an interesting question. Yeah. There are 2 forms of child abuse.
I do both, bro. I roundhouse them and then ignore them.
No, they try to get away from you, right?
Ben, are you gonna really talk about this right now, bro? You literally told everybody you had your daughter perform fellatio on a beer bottle in between your legs.
No, I didn't literally do that. Nope.
Please get out of here with bringing up that type of shit, bro.
No,
okay,
she did. No, you're lying. You're a liar. You're a lying bitch.
You left your whole family in a house with no water, no gas. You're a fucking bum failure as a bitch. You're just trying to live off grace, and you ain't gonna ever go nowhere with it.
Shut up.
You're a bitch, bro. Don't bring up my kids, guy. Fix your fucking face.
I'll bring up your kids whenever I want.
You're totally depraved, sir.
Chat can buy him a birthday gift because you can't afford one because you're on welfare and you're a loser and you live in your
Yeah, I'm on welfare. That makes a lot of sense, Ben. What did you base that off of?
Fuck you, you punk ass bitch. You ain't nothing but a no good dick sucking dick in your ass punk bitch ass slave. Still doing paperwork. You're fucked.
Tarek, I'm sending the link again right now. I already dropped it. This is a Tarek link.
Here's an interesting question that Reza brought up. I met a guy in prison. He was an older guy, and he was super angry at his son. And I got the sense this guy would use physicality towards his son to like whip him into shape. Now, there are 2 forms of abuse. One which our society tolerates, which is speakeasy,
intuitive,
which is neglecting your kids, not having any part in their life. Society tolerates that. There's another kind of abuse of being
society doesn't tolerate
aggressive. No, I'm talking now. A bitch.
Dude, who are you talking about?
Another form of it can
This
be
guy
abusive.
beat
Of
up
being
his son while he had
Why
his
do you have to
fucking
talk over me?
crutches
Can we
on
have any
camera.
can we have any
Who are you talking
moderation
about
here? I can make a
neglecting
point.
kids?
Hold on.
I can make a point.
I want to hear
Dad's
this. I
talking.
want to hear this. It's not. It's.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna sit here and fucking let
Okay,
him
then
just
leave.
talk and
Go
take his
away.
shots
Go
at me
away. Go
neglecting my
take care of
kids.
your children. Go make
So
some money. Doing
if you don't want me
something
to say
productive.
nothing, bro, Flo, you want me to say nothing, kick me off, bro. Because if you want me to sit here and let him take
he
shots,
wasn't talking to you easy.
Yeah, he was, bro. You
No
just
one
heard them
cares
both
what
say
you
it,
say or
guys.
think.
You just heard them both say it, bro. And he called you a bitch too.
No, don't kick him off, Flo. Come on, this guy's out of control. Ben is out of control.
Bro, that's fucking, bro. You're gonna treat me the same level as Ben, bro. Keep that energy, bro. That's goofy as fuck.
Ben, keep talking.
I'm just saying there are two forms of abuse, right? If your parents, like the third cellmate I had, his parents, this kid was like totally autistic. He hadn't talked to a girl in 10 years, and his parents just smoked weed and gave him a room in their house. That's neglect, but it's not active, so they're not going to get hauled off to jail. But there are parents who are more, let's say, proactive with their kids. It can get out of hand. They can
More
be abusive.
proactive. Is that the phrase you're going to use?
Yeah. More proactive. Like talking
How
to
do
them
you think
firmly.
that you sound right now?
Do
you know
healthy,
that you sound
not like a bitch like you?
You don't think that you sound like a bitch right now?
No.
Yeah,
Really?
big bitch. Make sure you make a big bitch.
Where did Easy go?
Okay,
Easy,
big bitch.
Goddamn emotional much.
I think men can have emotions, especially
the more
when
you
they're
talk,
around
the more
babies like you.
I mean, it sounds insane. You sound insane
to you, but maybe you're insane.
Everybody, have you not noticed?
Okay, so are you aware that there could be something like a type of parenting that's neglectful? You think that's insane to say?
Yeah, but
where
this
your
is
parents are checked out, they don't take care of you, they let the school system raise you.
So because there's neglectful parents, then we should allow physical violence.
Well, I'm saying there's types of abuse. One goes under the radar, no one goes to jail for. It's actually worse. I would rather have
People do go to jail for it all the time because
they
of
don't. Nope.
child support
The whole
enforcement.
approach is wrong. The whole approach is off.
Falcon Punch. Let me see you on cam before you come up.
Can I just check in with this?
Yes.
So what was handed to you by the court, Ben? What do you know? So what do you have to do now? Because I know they gave you something to do. They said like,
yeah, I got to sign up for some monitoring bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah, like
and I got to go to these
domestic violence classes.
Yeah, these stupid classes. That's right. Yeah. Now,
what's the schedule? Is it like once a week or something? I don't know.
I think so, something like that. And I want to, whatever. I'm going to try to figure out how to play this system. I would like to go to the police and ask them why they arrested me, because according to Rhode Island general laws, they unlawfully arrested me. It's right there in the laws. If the so-called victim is not injured and there was no threat of serious violence or death, then the police are told to advise that they can press charges, but if not, leave. And they didn't. They arrested me and told me they had to arrest me, which is a lie. I don't understand why this. Well, I mean, I can read the law. It's Rhode Island General Laws, Chapter 12, Section 29, -5. It's right there. It tells you, it tells police under what circumstances they can arrest someone when there's no one pressing charges. Of course, it all drops in court.
Even though you can read the law, I was kind of following all the updates on your case. I couldn't make head nor tails of it. It was like they dropped this charge, and you did no. What is it?
Yeah, the charge that the reason that I have this thing, this filing, is because I broke a no contact order, which is an absurd thing to have between two adults. Who is the victim of me taking a walk with my daughter? Who was the victim?
There's a $2 super chat. Thank you, Athena. Why is he so obsessed with calling people bitches? Because he just got out of prison, and it's a punk and
I'm not
bitch
on probation.
insults in prison.
I have no convictions on my record.
You don't?
It's a deal.
It's a deal.
Ben, we all know that the government is corrupt.
Okay, I've heard different things. Did you plead no contest or
Yeah, nolo contendere, which doesn't mean I admit guilt. It's just
It still is on your record as a conviction, though.
No, it doesn't. Nope, you're incorrect.
Yeah, it does. It's
Okay,
only
so
relevant in
the judge
certain
told me it's not
specific
a
instances.
conviction, but you're the judge. It doesn't matter. On the internet, any loser who gets behind a microphone can say whatever they want about the law, psychology, anything they want, history. It doesn't matter because that's how it works, right? You want to bet $2,000 I don't have a conviction? I'll bet you $2,000 right now.
I'm looking it up.
Man up or shut the fuck up.
This is one thing that I actually kind of agree with him on, and that's the separation of families, mandatory. You know, which is something that should be looked at, in my opinion.
It's outrageous.
Ben, if you're going to be monitored anyways, or you can go to 24 hours or in real life streaming, just for help them monitor.
I know that would be an interesting approach to say, like, the only way I can be safe is by 24-hour streaming myself to prove that I haven't made contact with my daughter, which the state has no right to tell me I can't have. It makes no sense.
Yes, they do, Ben. They own you and your daughter. You're under their state. You're not free. You know that.
Right. I was asking people, like people speculating as to whether this or not.
Your audio's glitching out bad.
Yeah, very bad.
Let me give you guys a different situation. Say Grace was to get married, right? And I actually had this discussion with her on a stream before any of this came up. She was to get married, and then
did you just admit to breaking the protection order? Is that or did I?
No, there's a hypothetical.
No,
Okay.
I had a discussion with my daughter prior to any of this stuff happening.
Okay, I misheard you.
But if you want to like try to catch me because you're a bitch and have to want dad thrown back.
Ben, will you cool your jets and just talk? I misheard you.
You can spend your life doing that.
Hey, Ben, why are you so upset today?
But
Go ahead and
let me
keep
ask
talking.
you guys, as so-called men, if your daughter marries a man freely, she knows who he is, and she gets married to him, then she comes to you and says, he's abusive to me. My response to her would be, that's your husband. You have to work that out. I don't want to hear about it. And if it's not a good situation, you need to get yourself out of it. But I'm not going to become your like second husband, your backup husband, who's going to be like policing him. Now, that's a normal masculine response. Do you guys agree with that or not?
No, that's not a normal masculine response.
So you would start intervening in a marriage.
If my daughter asked me to, abso-fucking-lutely.
Yes, I agree with Flo. 100%. If my daughter gets beat up by anybody, the guy will have issues.
I might say that to his son, but not my daughter.
I need more information.
Son or daughter, it doesn't matter. Especially the daughter, though. It doesn't matter. That's your child.
I don't have a son, but if he asked me for help in that sort of situation, like I'd still probably help him. But I'd for sure help my daughter.
How would you help these people in this situation? You're going to start to get to know.
However she needed help, whatever she needed, I would help.
Okay, so you're a total bitch. That's why you're a simp. Whatever your daughter asks for, whether it's right or wrong, you're going to do for her because she's your little princess and she does no wrong ever. Is that right?
Because I'm a good dad and I care about my daughter.
No, you don't. Do you care enough ever to tell your daughter no?
Yes, all the time.
Okay, but you said whatever she wants, daddy will do for
Ben,
her.
I'm not going to take parenting critique from somebody who just got out of prison for kicking his daughter on TV. Get the fuck out of here with that. You've lost the plot.
You can kick
You've
me.
lost the plot.
Audio working now.
But if you want to do prison, different question. Whose dick is bigger in terms of prison? You're a felon. You're a drug. You were arrested for drug dealing. And so, like if you want to go there, we can go there. I don't think that means one thing or another.
You don't have to discuss this. Everyone knows who has the biggest dick here. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it.
Ben, everybody knows that my dick is bigger than yours. I'm more masculine than yours. You say that shit. There's tons of footage of you talking about how manly and masculine and shit I am, and how to be a good role model for your sons. Presumably because you're not one.
Oh no, that's not why. But whatever. Look, if we want to do this, like, Daddy, can you affirm me? The answer is no. I think you're kind of a bitch, but you have masculine qualities. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't really want to sit here.
Well, you never thought I was a bitch until I started
you're a real man or a homo.
Pointing out that you're a douchebag who kicks his daughter. You're not in the wrong. You're in the right. You're not in the right, and you're not a victim. You deserve what you get.
Ben, I
Okay,
would,
that's your
like,
opinion,
be
but like,
still and
why
not
can't we
go on
discuss it?
panels
Why
for
does
a
it have
little
to be
while.
you crying like a little baby?
What am I crying about?
No,
You're saying like, oh,
Ben,
your emotions, Dad, your emotions are making me upset. Who fucking cares about my emotions? We're men.
What are you
Who
talking
cares
about?
about Speakeasy's children and whether he's offended when someone points out that
even
he's
Don't
not
you
doing a
do
very
it.
good
Speakeasy
job.
doesn't care about his children.
He's not here right
Nobody
now.
cares about that.
You don't get a free floor to talk shit on people's kids when they're not here.
Well,
You
whatever.
can.
I'm talking
Ben,
shit on
Ben,
him.
Ben,
on
what was
him.
the what was the smoking situation in jail? Because I know everybody was speculating
He
that there
smokes
might be an
dick.
issue. He smokes
That's
dick.
about it.
What are you talking about?
Can't smoke in jail, but I was considering, I at a certain point I would have almost sucked a dick just to get a smoke. I got to be honest.
Hey,
Tough.
Ben. Hey, Ben.
I see
Ben,
you're
how
making
often-
up for it. You're like me. You're chain smoking at the moment, baby.
Hey, Ben.
You know what
how
I realized?
often-
I realized a bunch of things in jail. One of which is that all these people who claim like Flow State was a drug addict. I guess he's not anymore. But all these babies who claim to be drug addicts, they're cleaned up after 3 days in jail. The physical addiction is gone. All this stuff. Even if
Well, that definitely depends
shooting
on the
meth-
drug, doesn't it?
Not really. All of them after a few days. It's like anyone can quit any of these things anytime. You're just a loser if you say like,
You're an
"Oh, I'm
idiot."
addicted." They're totally fine.
Yeah, you and your homies who have 15 domestic violence counts. You guys are the good ones. I get you.
No,
how many-
You're delusional. This
cocaine.
like the reason
Okay,
that
but
you get
Flow State,
pushback from
try to
people
get
is
out of, like-
because you've
try to
got
get
this
out of, like,
protective
crybaby mode
delusion.
and
This
have
is
a discussion
purebred,
instead of-
pure narcissism. You can't admit any wrongdoing, even though it's blatantly obvious. You shouldn't have kicked your fucking daughter.
Well, I mean, we can argue whether in any situation a father can correct a daughter, an adult daughter. I think there are.
We're not talking
situations
about
you'd all
correcting.
admit
We're
that.
talking about fucking kicking her.
Okay, like physically correcting. Yeah.
I mean,
it sounds like we're going round in
I could
circles here.
hit
We
her
are
with
going
a
round
fucking
in
baseball bat
circles.
and call it correcting.
Right.
Pray
You
it off.
Just
can.
because you're playing semantics doesn't change the fact of what it was. Don't.
Do you think that?
Oh.
Okay. Do you think that women ever Do you think that women ever taunt men to be violent towards them?
Why? I don't think she was doing it there.
No. Okay, but I'm asking you in a general
This
sense.
isn't a general hypothetical situation.
All right, so I don't want to sit here and do this thing with you, but like I want to have a discussion. Men have discussions in general. If you want
You
to
have a
this thing of,
discussion
like-
with agenda. Your agenda is to prove the point that you weren't wrong. You're not going to make that point here. It's not true. You were in the wrong. Now, if you want to move on and talk about your experience or something or jail or whatever, that's fine. You don't have to tap out and admit defeat, but you're not going to sit up here and prove the point that you were in the right when you weren't.
I'm not interested in proving the point in that particular case, although I can, but like I don't really understand what the point is. There are times when adults need to use violence against other adults, and that it's healthy and that it's loving. Do we agree with that?
What did you say?
It's not gonna fly, man.
There are times when violence is a proper response to a situation, including with women, including with children. That's a basic tenet of masculinity.
It's violence is the proper response to violence. If you're in danger or if your family's in danger.
There are other. I can give you scenarios in which like violence is the proper response. Like if a kid is
Just
doing
because
something
you
in
can
which
find scenarios does not mean that it's real.
Yeah, I can tell you what Ben's scenario is if your wife's driving you off a cliff, you'd be like, oh,
right,
stop
right,
her.
right,
Yeah.
yes.
Because I've heard this one
If
before,
someone's
yeah.
endangering the lives of other people, yeah, you could slap them in the face and try to wake them up and say, get your fucking act together. That's right. It's not usually all that helpful, but it can be helpful at times. And my experience of women is that they often say, thank you for doing that. I needed that.
I don't know if I can believe that.
What a king! What a king!
That's true. They
I don't know.
do. They do.
But I suppose like what Ben was doing, because he was telling us about this during that stream, that Grace was kind of driving him off a cliff metaphorically. Like he couldn't take this shit anymore.
Right. Yeah.
So it kind of was the same kind of situation.
So what? So you couldn't? You were so unable to control yourself. What?
I wasn't unable to control myself. I'm just saying, look, you understand the difference between boys and girls. Girls will like say girls in school will do these like campaigns of like insinuating, driving other girls and sometimes boys crazy through like
You're not the
massive
victim
behavior.
of grace. You're not the victim of grace.
Okay, well,
The only thing I can get on board with is the mandatory 1-year separation. That kind of doesn't really make sense if you're talking about, you know, the spirit of the law, quote unquote, being to keep families together.
So not all families need to be kept together, and I think that that's the point of that law. There's a lot of nasty fucking families out there. So do you think that there should be any Ben, do you think that there should be any laws protecting weaker members of a family from stronger ones? Is he there? Am I cutting out or is he?
No, he looks like he's there. He's staring at the camera.
Right.
Something going
Well,
on.
we've had hella thunderstorms and I've lost internet one time already this stream, and so I'm just.
I can't hear
Are you there, Ben? Nope.
Connection.
It seems like he wouldn't accept any part of being at fault at all, which is a little upsetting.
Well, look, he's an illegal issue. Why? That would be silly to admit any fault, would it not?
Apparently his legal stuff is done. Like, right, he's done with court. If he was in prison,
he's got a 1-year restraining order, and he has to go to fucking lessons every week for domestic violence. His legal issues are just starting, bro.
I think that's fantastic. I think that restraining order could be the best thing that ever happens to Grace. She needs a year to clear the fuck out.
Well, you think they're separated? Where do you?
I don't know. I have no idea. I really don't pay close attention.
I do pay close attention. He's streaming from that RV.
Oh, is he?
He's not on his own in the RV.
Oh, well. Which I guess just goes to validate the existence of the restraining order, doesn't it? It's not being enforced, but this shows the reason why you would want one.
Any response?
Sorry, I don't know. I was getting like some glitched me out.
Right on.
Okay, so let's try to get less emotional, right? Because we want to be men here,
Ben,
and we can have a discussion.
Can I do a dare for you? Can I do a dare for you right now? Can you turn your phone 360 degrees slowly?
Yeah, you want to see my dick?
Yeah. Oh. Okay. All right. Good job.
All right. So here's the issue. There's actually like a kind of interesting issue behind.
Well, did you hear that? I asked you a question before you dropped off. Did you see it?
I didn't. No.
Or did you? What I asked was, when do you think that there's any point in time or any law that should exist to protect weaker members of the family from stronger members of a family?
Yeah, I do think a lot of times men should be more protected from women. Yes.
Ben, are you saying this shit just to get a reaction out of people? Because I think that's what's happening.
I don't know that I think it is.
No, I think he is.
No, I do think that everyone would admit that there are times when a father, as an authority figure in a family, let's say, should use violence to, right? And that's
Ben, why would anybody take parenting advice from you? Can you answer me like what you think?
Because I'm a great father,
so well?
and I'm a great father and a great man. Yes.
Where are your children?
Where are they?
Clearly, you're delusional, Ben.
They're not with you, right?
No, you don't have to have your children with you to be a great father.
Okay. All right.
Okay, but anyways, these are just ad hominem attacks, right? And you're a woman, so
no.
they're on topic.
I was being really nice to you. I was being so nice to you, and you rage quit. So
I rage quit.
Yeah, you did.
No, he had a connection
I don't know
issue.
what you're talking about.
No, this was on Easy's panel.
Oh.
Okay, so I would like to have.
And you didn't go to prison. You did 3 days in the county jail.
That's not true, but whatever.
You
can
do?
say whatever you want.
Yeah, that's like
because you're female and you're an idiot, you can say whatever you want. No, it isn't. But whatever.
Yeah,
You can
it
just say whatever you want
Hey,
because
Ben, I got a question
is.
for you. Like, what was the reason that you felt like you had to hit your daughter? What was the reason? What made you so mad?
I'm sorry. What's up?
He kicked her when she wasn't
The time
expecting
when
it
you kicked her, that
whatsoever.
you felt. Yeah.
All
What
right.
made you so mad that you kicked your daughter? What happened?
Can we just talk more generally? Okay. So in relationships, men and women both have power. Is that true?
Ben,
True.
you
Is that
abuse
true?
the power
Okay.
that you have
Can women?
with
All right.
your
So
children.
wait. Okay.
And that's why they're not with you.
Okay. Can women be abusive?
Ben, you're abusive.
Okay.
You're
Okay.
not only abusive physically.
But I would argue
sexually,
that you're
Do you know what a
emotionally.
hypothetical is, you stupid woman?
Okay, Ben.
Ben's asking you a question. He's setting up a hypothetical.
I'm just saying.
Somebody
Can
needs to whip your
women?
ass, and then you can have a better discussion about what
Okay, so I
when
can't
violence
talk
is
because I went
necessary.
to jail. Okay, so then what are you doing? Here?
Somebody
Go
bigger
away.
than you.
Go away. It's the only power in the world is not physical size, right?
Right, Ben.
Okay, so women have, let's say, sexual power, right? They can baby trap a man. Is that power?
I'm
They
not
can
going to discuss any kind of sexual
Oh,
anything.
all right, then
with you
go
right now.
away. Go away.
Hold
You're
on,
not an adult. Go away.
Pause. I missed a super chat from Chuck. Thank you, Chuck. It says, wait, he said it got dismissed, but he's on probation.
Yeah,
No, I
that
didn't.
doesn't happen. You don't get dismissed and then be on probation. That means
Nope.
you were found guilty.
Wrong. But
Oh.
it's fine. You're an idiot on the internet who's going to tell
I'm
me the
not.
truth.
I'm not an idiot on the internet.
Well, you are an idiot on the internet because
No.
you don't know what you're
And,
talking about. But
Okay.
whatever. I'll tell you what the
And
truth is.
thank
but
you for
can
all the
just say, no,
super
it's not.
chats to everybody sending them in.
I'm getting too much money.
Flo's still making bank today.
Actually, it's been a pretty slow stream, all in all.
Well, I gave you $7, so I mean that's.
I mean, that's the most I've ever made off you for sure.
Okay, but let's go to this feminism thing. Okay, because maybe
I'm not a
Flo
feminist.
Okay, I'm not just
God for
talking
us.
to you. You seem to be a narcissist in that everything
not a
you think is about
narcissist.
you. Okay, so
But that's rich
I'm
coming
talking
from
to
you.
the panel in general. Okay.
Oh my God.
Feminism holds the view, largely feminism can be described as the view that women are victims of men in general. I don't think that has ever been true or is true today. Do we agree that that's not true, or do we think that that's true?
Oh my God.
I'm not a victim of a man.
I don't think that we can answer.
I've
That's
never
too broad of a question.
ever
We
been a
can't say
victim
yes or no to
of
that
any
situation.
man ever.
Well, that's the idea. The idea of feminism is that, like,
I'm not a
there's-
feminist.
I understand that. Okay, can you
I'm
please be
traditional.
quiet? You lack common sense. Just let
Oh.
me talk, and then I'm not asking you. If I ask you if you're a feminist, you can say I'm not a feminist. I'm saying the idea of feminism is that society has oppressed women, men have oppressed women, and that society needs to redress these issues by, like, pushing the balance and starting to oppress men. I disagree with that. I don't
Ben,
think that
I
that's true.
disagree with your life philosophy in every single aspect.
Okay. Okay, so I think we get it. You
I
don't like
disagree with
me.
you completely.
We don't like me. You have daddy issues. Okay. Do you have
I don't
anything
have daddy
beyond
issues.
that?
I had an
Anything
amazing
beyond that?
father. He
Okay,
didn't
you don't.
stimulate. He didn't
Right, you have
stimulate a
daddy
blowjob with
issues.
me.
Okay.
With he was appropriate.
Why
with
don't?
all of his daughters?
Why don't?
and
If you
raised
can
all of
engage in
his
a
kids.
conversation,
The state
then
didn't
great.
take them.
If you just want to say I don't like you, okay, I think we get it. It's just a
Ben,
waste of time.
Listen, you would do so much better if you would just humble yourself a little bit.
Right.
And
Listen to, like, idiots like you, right? Okay, and say, like, thank you,
Okay.
mother. Thank you for your
What makes you
wisdom.
listen?
No, fuck you,
Ben,
bitch. Get lost.
Hey, show a little respect. Jesus.
Right.
She's not showing me any respect. This idea that we have to show
She's
respect to
being
some
very
woman because she has a vagina. Fuck her. Fuck her. She's a loser. Get lost, bitch.
And you are the embodiment of toxic masculinity. I hate using that term.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not. That's not masculinity.
Not at
I
all.
said toxic. Toxic.
No, I
You
know, and
can't
that's
get
where I
any
corrected you. Get
weaker.
out of that.
Yeah, you
All you
can't.
guys white knight for this loser
This
because
is
she's
the only
female.
that
Who
you
cares?
are so
Shut
weak right
up.
now that you can't do anything but call me a fucking bitch, and I'm stupid because you were.
I
in
tried
the
like 4
weakest
times to have a
position you've ever been
conversation,
in.
which you're welcome to participate in. But this idea that you're going to just stop every time and go, you know what about you? I don't like you is boring and stupid. Get lost or participate in the conversation. Now, I want to ask the question of the panel whether they agree, not you, whether you
don't get to
guys
make
agree.
those decisions.
Oh my God. Whether you guys agree, you people agree, guys and gals, agree or disagree with this idea that women are oppressed, because that's where these laws come from.
This is
Nobody's
not the issue at
nobody's
hand.
oppressed.
This is not your issue. You're trying to take a win by metaing up out of
Right?
focus.
Okay, so you don't think domestic violence laws were pushed for by feminists in the 1970s
I don't think
and
domestic
80s?
violence laws are wrong.
Right.
You know, do better to
I don't
instead
know
of
the
hurting
history of them.
someone.
I don't care about the history of them. I'm aware of the present, and I am fine with them the way they are now.
All right, so tell me.
He's on video doing it.
Okay, so
they will arrest either the man or the woman, whoever they find at fault.
That's exactly right.
All right, and how do they find who's at fault? How do they have competence to find?
Well,
Normally,
maybe
it's whoever calls
because
in.
you did it on video, idiot.
Yeah,
That's how they
in
find
your
it
case,
at
in your
fault.
case, this is a moot point. It's obvious. It's painfully obvious. But in
No.
general, it's whoever calls in. I think is presumed to be the
Well,
victim.
it's they send 2 cops in, and then they get both stories from each person. They also try to identify marks on the people and whatever. And and sometimes the person that calls will they both get arrested. That happens a lot. If you beat each other up, you both get
right.
go.
And what's the purpose of all these laws? Is to deter.
Fatty, I left
this
you a
behavior.
comment backstage.
Is that correct?
To keep people from killing each other.
Okay, but does it work? The answer is no. There have been studies done that show, if anything, it escalates these problems.
What studies?
I can't cite them, but there's
it makes
pretty
you
big
a
body
man
of
to
literature.
hit a child. Okay, got you.
You know, you're really up here making the case that you should be able to hit your daughter.
Right.
I've said that I do believe there are situations in which men need to use violence against women, children, and other men, and we all agree with that. That's basically
Nobody agrees with that.
God, this guy's insane.
Not one person agrees with that.
Nobody agrees with you, Ben. Nobody. I'm sorry. You're lucky I wasn't in jail because I would have beat the fuck out of you.
Okay, so here's an example. This is a person who's against violence, threatening violence. I didn't threaten violence
because let me
against
tell you why. Let me tell you, because you're a man. You're a man, right?
No
say your
direct
daughter-
threats of violence that are to
I know. Let's forget that. I'm not gonna touch you, Ben. We'll take it. I'll take that back.
But you can
You're
talk
a
about
man.
hypothetically what the reasons behind the logic.
Yeah, I don't get it. Why would you kick your daughter? I'm asking you a question and you deflected.
Okay, there are situations. So, like I would say, the Bible says, "Spare the rod, spoil the child." I agree with that. There are times
But she wasn't doing anything. She was sitting down. I saw the clip when he played it.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Like, what the fuck?
It came out of nowhere.
When you
That's
said that,
not
do
true.
you not feel bad for your daughter?
I think she, in general, you could take something out of context, but in general, I'm extremely extraordinarily patient. with her.
She's a beautiful.
Hey, Sparkle.
a
Hey,
beautiful,
rein it in,
smart
rein it in. I
young
don't want
lady.
everybody. Hey, I just made the speech a minute ago. I don't want everybody with their running over. I get it. Everybody thinks he's a douchebag.
Well, most people don't clench their teeth when they're playing.
Most fathers don't put a beer bottle between their legs and simulate a blowjob.
Right, and I didn't either.
You did.
No, I didn't.
told me that-
No, you're
Yeah.
lying because you're a
No.
liar.
You said that on
What do you mean you admitted it? I asked you, Ben, on Jack's channel. You admitted it.
You told me that.
No, that's not true. You're
you-
lying, but that's fine. The
No,
internet's
I'm
filled with
not lying.
liars.
Then you
I can explain that situation, but you can just assert a
Well,
lie if you'd
you're
like
saying
to.
that I'm lying.
I've heard you talk about it too. I haven't seen. I've
Yeah.
heard you talk about it.
Yeah, if you want me to explain that situation, I can
just want
explain
to
it to
tell
you.
Ben, I think you'd be better served right now with repentance over virtue signaling. That's all I have to say.
He's
Right, that's
deflecting.
fine. It's pointless.
It's
He won't even answer the question. I know. Why would you kick your daughter? You won't even answer the question.
He's not going to answer.
I have said there are many situations in which men, as the authority in a situation,
What did she do
should
in
use
that
violence.
particular
Now,
moment?
here's an interesting aspect of this. You all agree that men should use violence because you think the police should use violence. When the police come in, they're using violence to assert
I don't agree with
dominance
that.
in a situation. Right?
So what aboutism?
Yeah, it is.
The state doesn't use violence. They
police
didn't bring
seemed
guns
really
in.
familiar
I'm not
with you,
about. I'm
Ben.
not against all violence. I'm very much for some violence. A dude kicking his daughter, not the type of violence I'm for.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about a father disciplining his children physically?
She's not a child.
That's-
She's a
yeah.
grown woman, and
And
she
that
didn't do
wasn't
anything to be
discipline.
I
disciplined.
understand that. We're talking hypothetically. You have to just. So I'm trying to say, what is the general principle?
You're using ambiguous words and generalities to avoid the specifics because the
Okay,
specifics are
I'll make
condemning.
it more specific. Is there a situation in which women can use emotional manipulation that drives you to the point where you need to use physicality with an adult woman to assert
I actually don't think so.
authority?
No.
No.
Okay,
No,
so
you
you're
should
a
not.
bitch.
You should not have
You're a
yourself in that
bitch.
situation that long. If
And
you're,
then you
if
should
she's
walk
fucking
away
with your
from
head
any
that much,
situation
you have a
like that
responsibility
because
to
it's a
recognize it and move
lose-lose
yourself from that
situation for
situation
most
first.
men. You should walk away
I disagree
every
with that.
single time.
I disagree
If
with that.
you lose your shit and you can't control yourself, you've got some.
That's what they're going to
anger
teach you in class,
sometimes-
Ben, is anger management and control. That's what you're going to learn for the next year in your classes that you got to take.
Okay, let's try this, guys. What are the 5 fantasies that women have? What are the 5 things
Not being with you,
women have?
not being with you, not being with you, not being with you, and not being with you.
Okay, that's hilarious.
I've got
That's a
5
hilarious.
in front of my
topics
crotch.
right now.
And I had Grace perform fellatio on the beer bottle, which she did enthusiastically.
I have physical assault on video.
Yeah, and you told me it was
Beer
because her.
bottle.
You told me
whole
it was
Thorp
because her
Park.
mother said she was
I put a
masturbating
beer
all day.
bottle in front of my crotch, and I had Grace perform fellatio on the beer bottle, which she did enthusiastically.
I have physical assault.
How about that, Ben? Huh?
Holy
You said you didn't
shit.
do that? How about this, Ben? Telling a 14-year-old, your 14-year-old daughter? How about this, Ben? Telling your 14-year-old daughter to send
14-year-old
for her mom?
She should troll her mother the same way Grace.
Hey, what? You
trolled-
didn't?
I
I'm a
told
liar, Susie.
Becky that she should troll her mother the same way Grace trolled her mother. This blowjob stuff, she's got this real problem. And I think they're welcome to send her pictures that she's going to freak out about. Maggie can take something and do that.
She told.
So you not only told Grace to send her mother blowjob videos, you told the 14-year-old to do it too. And you're
Wrong.
Lies.
Lies.
Fucking
not a lie.
fucking loser guy.
You're
Go chop
on
your
video.
dick off, bro.
You
Okay,
told
yeah,
me
that-
that
right.
it was because her mother said came out of the bedroom and said she was masturbating all day, thinking about you having
Wrong.
sex with Grace.
Wrong. Look, I get that you guys have daddy issues.
No,
I want to have a
I don't have
discussion.
any
If you
daddy
want to
issues.
just
I had an
take out
amazing
your.
father.
Ben, that's you
How
with
do you
the daddy
deny
issues.
something you yourself have
Why can't we
said?
just have a discussion?
Wow.
Excuse me, Ben. Ben,
Why
that's
can't
you
we
with
just
the
have a
daddy
discussion?
issue, right? I have the video of you over there fighting with your daddy because you didn't want to give him his will. You fought with your own daddy to give him his
Oh
will
my
back. Who's the
God.
one with daddy issues,
I
pussy?
didn't even know that.
What is
The
all the
same daddy
hostility
that
for?
gave you all the property so you could sell and make money. The only reason you had
Wrong,
anything, you
lies,
dumbass bitch. I know everything about you. Don't forget that, man.
I know.
Don't forget
Oh man,
that.
you a ghetto
Pussy.
nigga, right? Okay, dude.
You
Shut
know
up.
what? I mean, you giving parenting advice to Easy is the most absurd thing that I've ever heard.
Hey,
Yeah, he's a great
Nobody
parent.
in
He's a great
their
parent.
right mind would take parenting advice from someone that doesn't
Okay,
even
I get
know
it.
their
Are we gonna have a discussion ever, or is it just
And
like
it's
I don't
so
like you? I
I
don't
want
like
to
you.
say
I have
something.
daddy issues.
I want to say something really quick.
Okay.
Speakeasy, I apologize for the way I acted earlier. You are not this man. Okay, I apologize because
Not
I
at
have
all.
met a piece of shit.
Hilarious. No one's laughing. Whatever.
In the
It's
flesh.
just- whatever. Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
look,
You have daddy issues.
I have,
You don't like
yeah,
men.
well,
I
you
get
know
it.
what? Yes, I do have daddy issues. Are you happy that I admitted that? So
Well,
are
I
you.
can.
So
There's nothing to admit. It's
You
obvious.
didn't need to admit it.
You see what he just did? He admitted something and it was
He projected how he's feeling onto the group.
yeah.
He
just,
projected his own
humbled himself.
insecurities onto the group.
Humbled
Hey,
himself.
Ben. I know, Ben. I had a girlfriend that actually one time punched me and choked me and pulled a knife on me. You know what I did?
Wow.
I
Acted like a
totally.
pussy.
No,
Acted
hold
like a
on, you
pussy.
bitch. I
Honey,
totally
you didn't
leave,
deserve
and she
that.
left. And she left. That's it. I would never put my hands on any girl. So even if she provokes you, you're not supposed to hit her. Just to let you know.
Okay. Would
I'm
you
in
let
a
her slit
state
your
where there's
throat?
no
Would you have let
self-defense
her slit
law.
your throat? Probably, because
No,
you're a
if it
bitch.
comes down to self-defense, I would defend
That's an
myself. I'm not
argumentative
scared of a
fallacy.
woman.
Where in the fuck do
That's
you
an
find these people?
I mean, if you want to say there are no situations in which a man should exercise violence against women and children, then I just think that that's absurd.
Is your show scripted?
Oh my
Is your show scripted?
You're totally
Is your
depraved,
show?
sir.
Skewed, Ben, and I don't
Is there a
want that. I
script?
don't want
Was
you
there
to
a
live
script
the
that said,
life you're living,
"Q,
Ben.
this is when
I
I
want
kicked
you
my
to do
daughter"?
better. You're a smart man. You've got a lot of potential, but you
No.
need to do better in life. I don't want this life for you. It's a
I
life.
don't need a mommy to advise me. I didn't
Well,
ask you for advice.
trust
There's no
me,
You're
hipster
not.
to be a mommy
You're
to
not
you.
someone that I want
justification for what
advice from.
happened,
So
man.
shut the fuck
It's
up.
Well,
not
you
gonna
If you want to have a
fly.
got a
discussion,
new
Need to
we
daddy
can
repent.
have a
now. It's called
discussion.
Thorp.
Yeah.
I'm not down.
Keep
I'm not
talking
saying.
to me like
I'm
that.
not telling you. I'm not telling you what you need in your life. I don't care about you and your
Bro.
life. I just would like to have a discussion about violence and domestic violence laws. Now, I
We're
would like to
having
take
one,
it back
man.
to that, but like if you just want to
We're
say like
having one.
I am angry at you because you're a man and I'm a loser,
Okay, well,
then that's
Ben,
fine too.
if you're gonna refrain from that calling Crispy a name because you can't stand a woman talking to you, can you answer the questions then?
I can stand a woman talking to me, but I don't want her to do her mommy.
Seem like
I
I'm not a
care
liar,
about
by the
you.
way.
That's
Even
Yes,
if
you
There
are.
are very
you
few
lie,
things.
Man, I can
Very
tell
I'm not
few
a
things
liar.
look
you were
as
wrong.
You're a
feminine as
liar. All
getting
liars
into a
say I'm
yelling
not a
match with a
liar.
woman.
Yeah.
Why?
it's
I
an
mean, you're
implicit
never
ad
in a
hom.
weaker position
Because
than
yeah,
when you
it's
show your anger, Ben. That's the weakest you
because
will
it
ever
shows that
be.
you're out of control and she's getting to you,
Having
but you're
emotion
power.
shows that you're out of control. Okay.
It's an
All right.
argumentative fallacy.
I mean, it's
Controlling
What's
their
the need
emotions
to
out of control.
justify
You're not
kind
yourself?
of
controlling.
Ben. It's kind
I'm
of
out of
tense
control
that
with
I can get
emotions
under
right
your
now.
skin
Okay,
so
whatever.
easily.
I just want to
So
know,
Ben,
Ben.
why
Do
don't
you
you?
know why? Sorry, Tarek. Do you know
No,
why?
you're good. You're good.
Where the domestic violence laws even come from, Ben?
Yes, I do know where they come from. Feminism.
Wrong.
No, wrong.
Oh,
Right. Right.
No.
okay.
Joe
No.
Biden.
Or why don't you tell me where they come from?
Well, you should know since you're fighting
Joe
so
We're
Biden.
hard
trying to
against
help women up in
I do know.
society.
That's
I do
weird,
know. They come
right?
from feminism.
No, they
You
don't.
guys want to hear the poll results? Is Ben the victim? 82% said no, Ben's a narcissist. 17% said yes, Grace is mean.
That's just
Does she still
crazy,
have
man.
Patty drawn on her fucking belly?
That's absolutely insane. Grace has
Yeah.
been in an abusive household her entire
That's
life.
true. Yes. Yes.
Groomer.
Yeah.
She was
Her mother
raised by a
was and
groomer.
is extremely abusive. Yes.
Who's
So
Not
once you
supposed
answer
to
the question, Ben,
Why are you so proud of
especially
that?
under the Catholic view
I'm
that
not
you
proud
have?
that her mother was abusive, and that's why she's no longer in that
Don't throw
situation.
the Catholic stuff out with that. I went to 12 years Catholic schooling. I'm Catholic. I go to church on
No,
Sundays. I
I'm
raise my
saying
children Catholic.
no, Crispy. I'm trying to point out his contradiction because he
Yeah,
blames the mother for everything, but under his Catholic view, he should be the head of the household, right?
Right. And part of
So
being
how
the
you
head of the
blaming the
household,
woman for everything? It's your fault.
part of being the head of the household is having authority that is respected, especially by the head female in the household,
You
which
needed to get your
includes
wife help.
No, I gotta be able to talk before you interrupt, okay? And then I'll be respectful to you, but you have to be respectful to me. Part of the authority of a man in a family is that at least the threat of violence is there when people rebel against his authority. That's absolutely true.
Ben,
Otherwise, there
your
is no
wife,
authority.
your wife was mentally
That's why men.
ill.
Why did God make men bigger than women and children?
I'm not Christian. I don't. I
protect
don't
them.
take my cues from that.
Okay, so you don't think that men and women were created by God?
I'm saying that you're referencing the Bible for an ethical matter where I'm not.
I'm
Where
not
I don't
referencing the
take
Bible.
the
I didn't
Bible.
quote the Bible. I said men and women were created differently. Men are bigger and stronger
Men
than
are
women.
supposed to protect women,
Protect women.
not attack women.
We're
I agree.
Right.
What you're doing is a perversion of what God created you to do.
Okay, so men are never supposed to correct women and children within the family.
You keep using the word correct when I think you mean kick.
and abuse.
Correct.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what Flow State
including
is
the threat
saying,
of violence
honestly.
and
Protecting-
violence.
No,
You're
violence is not.
You're supposed to protect your family, not be what they need protection from. What you're doing is an inversion of what you're supposed to do.
All right, so let's go with this. Is it sometimes
Ben,
protective
you're
of
still-
no,
Ben,
crispy
it's my
treat? Shut
turn.
your mouth.
No, it's my
no.
turn,
I'm
Ben.
responding to. Okay, go ahead. We'll let the woman because that's what
Crispy,
this is,
jump
like,
in, and then Ben.
whatever women want to do, they are allowed to do here. Go
I
ahead.
no, I like Crispy better than you. But
Thank you, Flo.
of course, because you're a bitch.
Can we go around the
but
horn?
Crispy did kind of jump in.
I would have let her go first just because she's a woman. Because as a man, I feel like that's
I
what
know.
You're a
You-
simp,
you're
white knight
very
Elizabeth. Yes, I
gentlemanlike.
agree.
Yeah, I'm a
And yet-
simp. I'm a simp.
Yes,
Yeah.
No.
yes.
Guys who-
just
guys
wear
who-
it. Like there's so much angry incel energy on the internet. We need more simping.
Donald, I'm the simp, bro.
I
Get
now Easy gets a bad rap for that, and that's ridiculous. He is not a misogynistic asshole at all.
Yeah, he is.
Very. Okay.
I'm a misogynist and a simp. See, the logic doesn't fall anywhere.
Oh yeah, no, that's
impressive,
they
though.
always
That's a
are.
good- that's a
They
good
always
guess.
are. It always
Contradiction.
goes hand in hand. Yep, it always goes hand in hand.
Ben,
The abusers
I've
are
been up here-
the abusers
Ben,
of
I've
the
been up here
biggest
for
the biggest
Listen,
abusers
Ben,
of
I've been up
women
here
are
for
beta
15
males.
minutes
That's right.
and you've
beta
called me a bitch three
Then
times.
you're the
You called me
biggest
a
beta
liar
male
twice.
I've ever seen.
Yeah. I mean, you've
Go
been
around the horn.
abusive to me since I've been on this panel. I've never,
Nope,
ever been
not
on a
true.
panel where a man spoke to me the way that you are speaking.
Well, you should get
to me.
used to it. You should thank me for it because you need to be put in your place a little more.
You're not going to put her in her place. It's not going to happen.
I
That's not
already
what
have.
you're doing.
I already have.
He needs a psych
You haven't put
evaluation.
nothing. You can't even put your mustache in its place. What the fuck? Are you
I
gonna
know. Where's your ball gag?
That doesn't even make
I know
any
it's
sense,
handy.
dude.
Last time it was just
That-
handy, just in
Do you have a
just
point
like
to
on your
make, or
coffee
what?
table or something.
Do you have a point to make?
Is this how a groomer raises their child?
I think so.
Wow.
I'm not sure. I wasn't raised by a groomer or an abusive man.
No, you're raised by someone who allowed you to become the evil,
This is how
loser,
locals
liar
raise
that
their
you are.
fucking daughters.
Wow.
Local.
A locale.
He
has
should have
been
told him to
successful.
shut the
Nothing
fuck
has
up
been
more.
Whoever this,
succeeded
hold
in
on.
being a locale for sure.
Whoever this
I
is
think
wants
he's
to
I
know.
think he's
I'm
actually
talking
jealous of his
now.
daughter.
I'm
because
talking now.
No,
I'm
she wants to
talking
talk.
now.
We have to let her talk.
Who? This person wants to know about the House for Wayward Hoes.
The House for Wayward Hoes is a program that I set up generously to allow women like this pig down here to spend some time learning how to listen to
Shut
men
the
and
fuck
be
up. It was a
obedient,
cheap way for you
so
to try
that
to
they can
fuck
have
people
healthy
met online.
It's
relationships.
okay.
Shut up, dude. This guy's
Hold
such
on.
a liar. This fucking idiot.
Took me a minute to get the trackball there.
I mean, yeah. He has now called me a
Hey.
pig.
Hey Ben, I hope you can hear me. The only thing that's going to change the heart of every single person that's against you is Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
I
Will
mean,
There
you,
we go.
will you lay off it?
he's
I
he's
know.
All you're
religious
doing
enough.
is making Jesus look obnoxious.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know,
Wow.
man. I don't even want to be mean to him. I would rather speak to him like a
It's
normal
your call.
person.
It's your call.
But he
He's
just,
backstage
he made me
still.
so upset when he was talking about you as a father and Easy as a father, and that
Oh,
just pissed me
don't worry
off.
about it. I'm not worried about
I
what comes out of
know,
his
but
mouth.
it made me really mad. It upset me.
Yeah.
The
I'm
whole
fine. I saw Daisy May
justification
down there
is
getting mad because he
for-
called me a bitch.
I
I'm
don't like
fine.
that.
Like his words don't. Yeah.
Well,
Did this
I've
guy
been
ever
called
get
a
a
bitch
psych?
and a pig way more than
I
anybody
put
else.
Ben backstage because he was talking too much shit to Crispy.
It's okay. Like, you can bring him out. Listen, there's nothing that he has said that has ruffled
All right. Well,
my
let me
feathers
here
in
then.
any way.
Let me just say this, Ben. You only get so much rope. You're welcome to be here. Now I would like to hear from you, but you're not going to
Flo,
do
it's
that.
okay. It's fine.
No,
I mean, let him
it's.
show
I
his,
know
let
that
him
you're.
show
I know
his
that you're
true
okay.
colors.
I have a limit.
I know you do.
Ben, how do you
Whatever.
trying to justify this?
Look, I would like to have a discussion. Can we have a discussion instead of this? Is like
Nerdy
personal
rodent,
attacks?
you've already been here for me once today.
Okay.
Ben, have you ever got a psych evaluation or no?
You want to
I
start
couldn't hear
over, Ben, and have a normal discussion and
Yes,
not
and
call
I
each
don't
other
like the.
names? Okay.
That sounds good. A discussion, not like
Right.
personal attacks, right? Okay.
All right.
Now,
First
I
question.
think. Go ahead.
Have you ever got a psych evaluation? I'm just wondering.
I think I did go through a psych evaluation once, but I didn't get the
You
results
think
from
or
it.
you know? I mean, it's not easy. It's like you say you think. Is it you know or you don't?
Well, whatever. What's the point?
No, see, now you're deflecting. I know what you're doing. Go ahead.
I think you probably were
This-
made to have a psych evaluation at some
No,
point by.
wrong.
No, well, you just said that maybe you did.
No,
I'm not
you said
trying-
it.
I'm
No,
not
no,
attacking you.
Hold on.
No,
Hold on.
you
Let me
said-
remember.
Let me get
you
in.
said
Let
you
me get
were
in.
made
Ben,
to have one. You were
Ben,
made to have
do you
one.
want to this? Do you see this comment? Hugel says, once you learn about Ben's mom, everything makes sense.
Yeah,
Do
she's
you
a
wanna-
narcissist. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your mother was,
Horrible woman. Yeah.
was she? I'm sorry
Ben,
that you had that
Are
experience.
you going to apologize to Grace?
Okay.
Have you guys
Can we
seen
have a
the
discussion?
video
A
of how this
discussion.
guy treats his parents? Him over here talking about their fucking horrible.
I don't watch that shit.
Oh my God, this
it-
gossip monger over here. Can we have a
Do
discussion?
you want me to bring that video
You,
up?
you have
I
YouTube
haven't
channels.
seen it,
Your
Stevie. Can you
your
bring
life
it up
is
for
gossip.
me?
You made it gossip.
Yeah, do your life, do your gossip on your channel. No one watches.
You
it,
want
no one
us to.
cares.
You want
I
to
would like
make
to have
your
a
life
discussion.
gossip.
His
That's why you
channel's
guys
going
are
better
all.
It's
than
not
ever,
gossip.
man.
It's fucking receipts.
Yeah.
Receipts for
But
what?
then
I don't.
you're
what
not
are you saying?
For the
you're not
shit that
answering
he's
my
done
real
and
thing.
talked in the past.
Look,
Or that you
I would
don't
love
call
to have a
people.
discussion
Hold on.
You
Let
don't
me.
I would
call
love.
people a liar.
I would
You
love to
know.
have. a
Let me
discussion
go.
about,
This
you
is
know,
my fucking panel. Here's the thing. If anybody thought that the kick was an isolated incident, I think people would be much more accommodating of it. But I think everybody's concerned about if you're going to do these things on camera and then not have the self-awareness to not say things like men should use violence against women and children. Everybody's wondering what the fuck happened off camera.
That's exactly right. I just,
Are you
I
still
think,
on?
I think you would just do better if
You're
you
still
just
here.
were sorry, you know, for what
Okay,
you
I'm
did
sorry.
instead of trying to defend it. It wasn't something that
Okay,
you should do.
but what I'm saying is, can we have a discussion about, without
I
getting
am.
into the specifics about that, whether the
How does that serve you,
some
Ben?
of us agree that men in a family have an authority as the head of the household. Is that correct? Is that allowed to be said, or is that evil?
Yes, I agree.
Okay,
Men,
so they're
men
leaders.
Head
do
of
have
household.
authority, but you have
Head of
to,
household refers to taxes, not
but
to
you have
dynamics
to,
of power and structure. Head of
yeah, you
household
have to
is
be
a term used for
respectful.
taxes.
Okay,
I,
that's one place in which it's used. A head of a
Yeah,
household, a head
yeah.
of a family. How about that?
a
Okay.
head of a
The
family is
biblical
respected
view, the traditional
and
view
not
is that
feared.
men are the leaders of their families. Is that correct or no?
Yeah, that's correct. And what also is correct, correction is not the same as violence.
Okay. Now, traditionally, there are probably 90% of the world agrees, and 100% historically have agreed that there are times in which the men need to exercise discipline within a family, including the use of what you would call violence.
No,
Is
Not
that
true.
correct?
No,
No?
not that I would call violence. No.
That's not
Ben,
true.
in
Spanking
order to be
is not like
respected,
was
you
not
have
You
normal.
kicked your 20-year-old daughter. I mean,
yeah.
this is
But but let's not go to specifics. I'm saying
Why not?
something like
Asian cultures
spanking.
don't spank their kids.
Well, she's
Okay,
not even a kid.
so
She's a
there
I'll
are
grown
explain,
woman.
Ben.
people.
Wait, I get where you're missing. This is your disconnect, Ben.
Yeah.
Because violence is a physical force that's intended to hurt, damage, or kill someone. So a correction of a family member, a spanking of a child, right, is
Yeah.
what you're trying to talk about in the biblical
Right.
sense. This is not the same as physical force intended to hurt, damage, or kill them.
Okay,
There's
so a
big
spanking is
difference
not intended
between
to hurt the
violence and a
recipient.
correction.
Wait. A
You're saying,
spanking
wait,
is
I
not
wasn't done
intended
talking.
You should
to
never
hurt
spank your
the
child.
recipient of the spanking. It
You
is.
should
It's
never
intended to
spank
hurt
your
them.
child if you're angry or if you intend to hurt them when you spank them, Ben.
What is the
That's
point of
I
spanking
agree.
a child if it's not to hurt them?
Listen, Ben. All I ever had to do was
What?
all I ever had to do
Wow.
was
And you were out here trying to give parenting advice.
I
A psych
You don't think the
evaluation. That's what
point
I'm
of a
saying.
spanking is to cause pain? A
Ben, I
child on
never
their
had to
bottom?
spank my children. I just had to say I'd say I was gonna spank them, and
Okay.
they
So you use
straightened
the
right
threat of
up.
violence. So you use the
What?
threat of violence.
No, I didn't.
It's
No,
not
that's not
violence,
violence. That's a
douchebag. It's
correction.
not violence.
It is definitely violence.
It's a correction.
No, you're misinterpreting the word and you're
It
twisting the
doesn't
word.
matter. We're getting lost on the sauce on something that doesn't
You guys-
matter. Stop
you guys are
chasing
just
the
totally
frisbees.
irrational. Spanking is intended to hurt the child's bottom in a little bit of a way so that they are corrected. Yes,
Ben,
obviously
you're
that's
wrong
true.
on that. If you
It's
are,
not a
if
violent
you
act.
intend to hurt your child,
It's an
when
act
you
of
spank
violence.
them,
It definitely
Violence
is.
and aggression are two different things, dipshit.
if you intend to
Don't
hurt
call me
them, and if
dipshit.
you're
Don't be
angry
rude.
when you are spanking them, and you intend to leave a mark on them, or you intend to hurt them, then
You're just
you
totally
are.
irrational. You're totally irrational.
It's not. And
He's
listen,
making
if somebody
perfect
did that
sense.
to you, they were wrong too. They shouldn't have done it to you. And
Okay,
maybe that's
so
where you
is
are.
spanking morally wrong?
No, it's not morally wrong, but you should.
Okay.
It depends
do it
on
as
the
a hurt.
it depends on the
Let me
circumstances.
give
It
you
depends
an
on the
example,
circumstances.
Ben, 'cause I guess you got like a hard
Can't get
brain. Let
anywhere.
me give you an example there, Ben. If your kid was going to go like stick their finger in the socket, when you smack their hand, you're not doing it to hurt their hand. You're doing it to show them that their hand shouldn't go towards the socket. It's a correction,
Okay.
not to hurt them. Okay.
Okay.
When you kicked Grace, you were trying to hurt her and be a fucking little bitch and be
And humiliate
manipulated
her.
because you thought she was making you look like the bitch you are.
And she's
See the
so.
difference?
Okay.
He's
Hey,
so loving
hey,
to
Speakeasy,
you.
why don't you calm down a little bit? Okay, I
Nah.
get that you have daddy issues.
Why
I'm
don't
not
you
your
suck
daddy. I'm
my
not
dick?
interested in being your daddy. No,
What do
I
you
don't.
think
I
of-
don't believe in that.
Nobody's
Ben?
Okay,
interested in you
wants
being their
that.
daddy.
but
You
okay.
understand
but
that?
wait, come
Grace
on, let's
isn't
get.
even interested in
Let's
that.
get. Okay, whatever. Let's.
Ben, what do you think about this piece of philosophy?
I would love
A,
Grace to
a
come live with me.
woman is like an Oriental rug. She should be taken out once or twice a week and beaten. What do
Chuck
you
is
think
just being
about that?
stupid. Don't listen to him, man. Holy cow.
I was wanting to see his reaction, Terry.
Yeah. Okay. Let's let Ben have a reaction. What's your response to that?
I do think in some cultures, violence is more accepted, like in Eastern European cultures,
Lord.
among spouses. But I think it can be excessive. I don't really think violence is a very good solution to most situations. But the threat of violence is important in a family dynamic. It's definitely true.
If you
The
don't
only
think
power
it,
a parent
if you
has
don't
now
think
is
it
the
is effective,
carrot,
then why are you
stick,
still
and
doing
the
it, son?
blackmail.
I'm
You
not
don't
a
think it's
particularly
an
violent
effective.
person. I'm not a particularly
But
violent
then
person at all.
I'm telling you just for your own good, whenever you feel that kind of rage come over you, walk
Mhm.
away. It's a lose-lose situation. Most of the time you're
No.
going to be arrested. You're a big man and you are going to look like the aggressor because you are the aggressor. Walk away.
No, that's not necessarily true that you're the aggressor, but I understand what you're saying. On a practical level, it's illegal to be a man. So
It's
I
not illegal.
understand.
So incoherent that it's barely comprehensible.
It's illegal to be an abusive man.
I thought
No, it's
Talcott was
illegal
the
to
only
be a
one this
man.
It's
delusional.
not. I love men. I love men.
Okay,
So
whatever, maybe.
I'm not a man hater. I'm not a
Okay.
feminist. I am traditional with my gender role.
Well, you
I'm
think you are.
no, I am. I
Okay.
am.
So do you think a man can ever correct a woman? An adult man can ever correct a woman when she's out of control, and he's in the right to do that?
By speech, yeah, not by hitting her.
Okay,
If
physically, by grabbing her by the shoulders and saying, "Get a hold of yourself," something like that.
No.
Okay, so you're not a
we're not
traditional
we're not in
woman.
a
You're not a
1950s
traditional woman.
movie. Like what do you mean? Like grabbing her by the shoulders?
If a woman's out of
Why are
control and
women
she's creating a
hysterical around
dangerous
you?
Oh, so you don't think women get hysterical?
No,
I think that
don't get
men get
hysterical like
hysterical
that.
too.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Yeah. What if a man's out of control?
Right.
I think that can be totally appropriate.
You know,
Right.
it baffles me that you got married and had 6 kids.
Well, she's probably scared to leave.
I mean,
No, I encouraged Grace's
you
mother to
needed
leave
to get her
because
some
I wasn't
mental
really married
health
to her.
help. Ben,
did
as a
not
leader of your
encourage her to
family, you
leave.
needed
See
to
the funny? I
solve
gotta call
problems
you
with
out when you
her.
say stupid shit like that.
This is what out of
encourage
control
her.
people.
You tried to
Let
trap
one person talk at a time. I
Her
don't
to
get
put
it.
No water and no hydro. What are you talking about?
Those are
You just want
lies, but it's
you just
fine.
want
You
to
can just lie.
filibuster through everything.
It's all
Ben, and then
documented
tell
on my
everything
channel, Ben. I don't know why you keep calling it lies.
Okay, so go tell people to go to your channel, but those are lies. I didn't have water. What are you talking about?
What do you think
Dude,
the
you're gonna tell me
probability
you
is that you're gonna be able
didn't
to
leave your.
persuade
You're gonna tell
anyone?
me you did. You didn't leave Courtney and all the kids except for Grace at a house with no water and nothing.
Yes,
paid?
I'm going to tell you that. Yes, of course.
So
Not.
video evidence
Yeah,
applies.
so you're just a
Wow.
liar then. Okay, cool.
Okay, do you want to?
No, he'll say they chose to stay there.
Do you want to be a man and bet me $2,000 that I did not do that?
Yep.
You want to do that? Okay.
Do you have $2,000 right now? You've been in jail apparently.
This guy talking about you. What about the $1,000 for the
water.
fight? What happened to that, Ben? You're supposed to bet $1,000.
So you're going to bet me
$2,000.
$2,000. You're not going to. You're just going to move on. You just talk shit and you just don't back
No,
it up.
you're the one who talks shit. I don't accept
Whatever. I don't
challenges
want
from
to
you.
do this with
I'll bet
you.
you, but you
Whatever.
gotta put,
Speak
Ben, I'll
easy.
bet
Whatever
you
you
gotta,
want to lie
I
about,
need
you can
to
lie
see
about.
you put up the money.
Welcome to
Put the
Flow
money.
State, where you never know what the fuck sort of ridiculous white trash shit is going to come in.
Right.
If you want to buy a membership, they're only $1, and for that you get
White
to use some
trash
custom
is
emojis.
yourself.
If
Hey,
you have
Flo, what's
questions
your-
or comments that you want to make sure is read, send them with a super chat or a Cash App. All the information is in the description box, and I'll address them.
What is your Cash App?
It's listed on the ticker and it's in the description box. It's TDB5FF with the $sign in front. All right, guys.
Memberships are just $1, so that seems like
Memberships are $1, and if you really want to
Yeah.
make it look cool, you can make it rain in the chat. You can dump some on your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you don't buy a membership,
Ben, let's
Grace
just say
gets
that it
kicked.
is illegal to be a man. How do you try to justify what happened still?
So I don't think you can be a man if you can't have times in which you exercise violence, including with women and children. And I think everyone agrees with that's common sense.
Okay, Ben, where's the
Every man is
line?
in that boat.
Where's the
Every man
line?
is in that boat.
Where's the line, Ben?
Now, can there
Where's
be
your line, Ben?
Can there be excessive violence? Absolutely. Can there be
No,
abusive
didn't ask
violence?
you that. Where's your line,
Absolutely.
Ben?
But if you say that all violence towards one person towards another person is abuse, then you're wrong.
When's the last time you protected a woman or a child?
And if you want to
Hold on. When's the last time you protected a woman or a child?
Never.
When's the last time I protect women and children every day?
Yeah.
Don't.
By
But
not
he's
going
a great
out.
man and a great
The lie
father.
detector test.
I'm trying to
Second
protect
guy's
Crispy
believing-
Treat from her own stupidity. Yes, I'm
Oh.
trying to correct her.
I just don't take
put,
very
Boy,
good
No, you don't
actions.
take correction. You're a wayward hoe. Right, you're a wayward hoe. I
A
get it.
wayward hoe.
Yeah. A woman who
A
won't
wayward
listen,
hoe.
who won't take
So
correction.
again,
who
where's
won't
the
behave
line,
herself.
Ben?
I get it. It's fine.
What's the
For real.
That's going on right
The
now has
idea that
anything
you
to do
still
with you,
use
wanting
language like
attention.
wayward
Morning, Ben.
hoe.
Good to see you're out of jail. How's it going?
I heard him the other
not so
day
good.
say he was in
Wasn't talking to
prison.
you, Crispy.
Hi.
Hi.
You're talking in front of everybody though. So
Yeah, because all y'all are talking season one stupid ass questions.
season one
Fuck.
stupid
Can
ass
you at least
question.
rein it in and have
You
your
like this is the problem
quote
with
unquote
these
righteous
comic book
indignation
fucking
kept on a
characters
leash?
here. Listen
Can
to
you do that
It
for
sounds
the sake of the
stupid.
show?
You can you just like stop talking and like find a bridge and for the sake of the show?
Oh, and kick you off of it? Is that where you're going?
What's you're a big
whatever
guy.
season
I mean,
Is
we're
that why you
you're
came up
playing
here? Did you want to
stupid
measure dick
Canadian weird
sizes
show.
next?
What
Come on.
season are we
Did you
in?
want
I
to
don't
measure
know what
dick
season.
sizes next or what?
Can we actually get back to the focus of the conversation? And not
Yeah, it
just
wasn't
saying, what's
you.
the
I don't give a
Exactly.
fuck. I can already tell you that now, but go ahead.
How come teenage boys have
Man, I don't give a fuck about shit tonight. Like, let that be known. But go ahead and say it.
Oh, this shit's annoying.
I'm a grower, not a
And yet you're
shower.
still here.
So fucking annoying.
I know. Complain about it more. That's good content.
I'm naked on the show. When I do the show, I'm naked. Then they look at the show and am I naked? I mean, and I mean, this is how dumb the white race is. What are we supposed to do?
I'm not sure what the point of all these things is, just to stop people from talking.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
That's exactly it.
You're
That's
sabotaging
how
your own
people
Rah, rah,
stream.
rah, rah.
Okay, so you're being self-destructive. Okay, whatever.
I'm being self-destructive.
You're sabotaging your own stream.
No, he's doing better than
no,
ever.
I'm
So
doing
is
fine.
Easy. You seem to be the one that is, looking pretty.
Oh my God! Whatever,
yes, the
lady.
crypto
Whatever,
feminists
lady.
with their great take.
If you can't put up with the stigma, then don't be a freak.
Okay, whatever.
The static you're getting
So-
is proof that you haven't repented yet, man.
Coming from the
Okay.
guy who
The
swears he
freak,
saw the
will you
face of
stop
God.
making Jesus look so obnoxious?
God,
Repented
you're so
of being a
stupid.
man. Repented of being a man. I can't repent for that. I'm a man. Now,
You know how
men,
you know when somebody's
Kicking your daughter isn't being a man.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, the fastest way to tell if somebody's a man is if they somebody who insists that they're a man or tells you that they're an alpha. You shouldn't have to tell people this shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Right, it's
People that
obvious.
it's like
It's obvious.
people that say, "Oh yeah, you can trust me. You can trust me." That I'm a good
This is
person.
the level of discussion we're having. Is whatever. Can we try to do better? Look, I think there's an
You
interesting
try to do
point here.
better, Ben.
I think there's an
I'm
interesting
doing
point here.
great.
Wait.
I'm winning in life, Ben. You try and do better, honey.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Whatever.
that vocal fry sure is an indicator of a winner.
I think you should run for office.
Like,
So,
I don't even know.
My guy,
who
did
is
you
that
just hear
even
your
talking?
voice when you said that? Yeah, that vocal range was
I
on the
know,
winner.
right?
Like, listen to your voice as you're
Shut
trying to
up,
make
Canadian.
someone
He's
else's
trying to
voice.
like insult me.
No, you
So,
like.
let me
please,
let's
give
see
me
if
a
we can get
fucking
back to
break.
something that's like rational. We can all agree on.
You don't have
we have a
anything rational
controversy
in that brain of yours.
We've
Ben.
all
Shut
agreed
up,
on
Canadian.
We've
Okay.
all
Oh, that
agreed
was a
on
good
something.
one, Canadian.
Spanking.
Yes, got you spun
No.
up.
I'm
As
so
a reminder, I forgot to mention last time I was full screen. You can pay to have people kicked off panel or out of chat. You can also. There's a lot of different things. You can do a great
doesn't want
reset
nobody
and
to
drop
talk,
the whole
but
panel.
brings everyone on.
You can do all sorts of things. Check out the description box below. Figure out how long you want to time someone out for, or if you want to spin the executioner's wheel and time somebody out randomly. But I bet everybody knows who they'd want to time out if they.
Right, the
Maybe
person who's
me.
bringing content, making your channel more interesting than
I
it
don't
would
know if
otherwise
it's a
be.
good thing or not. I truly don't.
Yeah.
Look, here's a
I'm
non-controversial
impressed
point.
with you, Flo.
Spanking is an act of violence.
Okay,
An
Ben,
adult
we're
spanking
over
a
you.
child is an act of violence. Okay, can we all agree that that's true? And it's intended.
That's your
to hurt,
opinion of what violence
it's
means.
intended to hurt the child. I mean,
I
okay, if we
think he
can't get
knows.
there, then we can't get anywhere, and I'm out of here. Okay,
It's
so
true though.
can we
Ben has a
agree?
point. Like you guys are trying to do this whole. Oh, it's
yeah.
not violence. It's correction. You're playing
Yeah,
word
no,
games.
Ben is-
You're
yeah.
like word wizard.
Ben
It's an
is right
act
on
of
this one.
violence.
Actually,
act
I
of violence
literally read the
intended to
definition
cause-
of violence for you. So
Right, and it is intended to cause pain to the recipient of the
No, it's
spanking. That's what I'm.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's
Oh my
not.
God, you're so crazy. Okay, I can't go anywhere with
Ben,
someone.
what did you think?
I got a
don't
came
think
up here.
A totally different question.
you don't think that spanking a child is intended
Is
to
your
cause
shit scripted?
their
Oh my
bottom
God.
to be
Yeah,
in
we
pain?
all said no.
Yeah,
What
like,
is it? What is it then? What is it intended to
I
Was
cause?
it
already said
spanking?
what it
we've
was.
Was
already
it part of the script?
explained that.
It doesn't matter. We're getting distracted
No,
on
it does matter
what
because
spanking is. It
this
does
is
not
like
matter. You
utter
didn't spank
irrationality.
anybody.
If you don't think
Yeah,
that
I'm over
spanking
it.
is an act of violence that is intended to cause pain, a slight amount of pain to the bottom of the child receiving it. That's like we have to
Don't
be able
care.
to agree
Don't
with
care
that.
about spanking. That's
Yeah.
another topic.
What did you think you would get accomplished coming up?
Ben,
on
what
the
do
panel?
what do we think about kicking?
Okay, so but you don't agree that that's an act of violence?
Why are you trying to
Speakeasy,
dodge
or you
the
don't?
question?
He won't. He
Do
refuses
you agree?
to talk
'Cause
about it.
You're just totally irrational. What's
Who's
the point of
irrational?
talking when we don't even use words that make sense? We can't even use logic.
You know why he refuses to talk about it? Because he doesn't want it used against him in the court of law.
No, that
Little
has
late
been
for that,
dismissed.
isn't
You could say it a million
His
times. I
court's
could say
already
whatever I
over.
want.
He's
about
Brilliant
that.
logic.
That
Brilliant
case has
logic.
been
He's out.
dismissed.
Yeah.
There's no double jeopardy in the legal system.
Court of
That
public
case has
opinion.
been
But you're on
totally dismissed.
probation.
He's already
Okay.
said 3 things that will be held against him tonight, so just let him
I
go.
know. I guess he's finished.
Whatever.
Finished with it.
Dad
Except
can't
he's
ever
on
say anything that makes
probation, so
any
you're not
sense. It's
finished
like
with it.
guilty of being a man. I am
I'll
guilty of being
be
a man.
shocked
I agree.
if you
I agree.
finish
You don't need to
out
I
keep
agree with
reminding us.
Speakeasy's advice. I should cut my dick off. That's the only way out of this. He hasn't
I
done that
mean,
himself yet, but
I mean,
maybe he will.
maybe you
That's
should.
Trying to
not a
pull
bad
women up
idea.
in society,
Will
pulling
you
up
do?
women
I
into
don't think you'll
society
do it. You're
does
too
not mean
scared.
that you're being oppressed.
Only a man would really do it, Ben.
Crispy,
Only a
you
pussy would say that he's being oppressed.
Okay, so men can't point out injustice? That's a pussy thing?
No,
Are
when
you
it's
a
implicit
victim?
ad homily, Not when it's a fucking irrational fucking statement that has nothing to
Jesus Christ,
fucking do.
This is the problem with the internet. Everyone's just crazy. Like, how can you?
I know.
That is true. That's the truest thing you said all night or all
Yeah.
morning, whatever
You're
it is.
just crazy. I'm like, you
Nuts.
could have an interesting discussion, but
Yeah.
you guys
Then
can't
let's
because you're just
discuss
crazy.
something without fucking.
You just want everybody to agree with your fucking made up
Right.
definition of shit.
He really just wants
The
everyone to
difference
agree
is
on
simple,
the way
man. I
that everyone
tried to
uses
explain it to you
words.
with analogy, but you don't understand fucking analogies.
You don't think spanking is an act of violence? Like, you can't go
has
anywhere.
an intent
Where's
to
Lindsay
hurt.
when you need her?
Right.
Where discipline, the intent is not to hurt. You understand? It's to
It's
correct.
me. I'm back with new marketing shit. I am proud to announce the release of the new
Fuck
Ben
this
Thorp
fucking
emoji.
loser. Fuck.
No way.
Way.
Wow.
So members have access to the Ben Thorp emoji. If you want access to the Ben Thorp emoji, buy yourself a membership and buy a few for your friends and make it rain in the chat.
You too.
Did we get a rage quit?
Of $20.
Oh, that was the rage quit.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Maybe it was because he ran off to cut his dick off. Maybe that's what he was doing. You think?
Hey, Uncle Fat,
God, we
what do
can
you
only
think he was thinking that he would get accomplished here?
Nothing.
Maybe he has a
wants
vagina.
attention.
Views.
He wants attention, and he doesn't believe, and he knows better, and he's way smarter than that. He knows better, and he knows that none of the things he was saying was. He doesn't believe that shit.
Stupid.
He's saying
I
that
don't
shit
know.
to
I
get
don't
attention.
know.
Negative attention is just
He's
as positive.
He's very like. I would think that you're right, but the shit that he does on camera shows a massive lack of like self-awareness.
Yeah, well, he doesn't
It's
have any
insane.
impulse control whatsoever. He's
I never had it.
he's completely disrespectful to me just to get negative attention. I mean, he's not treated me like that before. So
I kind of agree with this. I actually don't think he knows better. I think that if he knew better, he would be behaving in a way that's more defensible, right? Like, and less instantly and obviously abrasive.
well, I think he really listen, when he first came on the internet, I mean, he really thought that he was going to be a big hit. And I think he was stunned when Grace took that title.
Did he want to be a self-help coach too? No way.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, that was yeah.
Could you imagine if he and Jack
100%. was going to be a Catholic man that was going to show the world.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, dude, I'm telling you.
No, he came doing
Fatty.
He came doing the Christian debate shit first.
Yeah.
That's
and he
what
wanted to be an
he should go over
internet
to
star.
Unslaved.
He realized that he can use his daughter to fucking make money. He started getting her involved in with fucking weird people with the fucking whore max or all that shit.
And then they got a lot of attention for being completely inappropriate with others or on stream. You know, that seemed
that
to
was
be
their
like a
whole
big thing.
shtick that they fucking
just being dysfunctional.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I was going to ask him a rhetorical question that was presented on the Verbal Combat, which you can catch on Friday nights at the Speakeasy program.
Yeah.
That was asked by Mr. Andrew Wilson. Do you think it's okay that over half of the internet thinks that you slept with your daughter? And is it okay for you to perpetuate that lie as a way of creating content and being a content creator? I'd say that's pretty fucking gross.
Yeah, he thinks that's appropriate.
I think most of the fucking internet says so too.
Do you think it's okay to call yourself Uncle Fatty when you're not fat, nor are you my uncle?
Right.
But I am an uncle, and I roll huge
one
fatties.
Of my weird uncles that used to ask me if I would make them breakfast and pour a Pepsi Cola. That's how he would say it.
Remember, like yesterday, when I was pointing out that you rush into conflicts?
Oh.
Can you? Do you want to admit defeat now, or are we still going to hold off on that?
I I came to defend
It's
you,
what it's
your
whatever you
you and
want. How
Easy's honor. I don't know if I was
it's
just trying
okay.
to rush.
I don't think that Ben could do anything to jeopardize our honor.
That's true, but that made me so upset. I
And
didn't like
don't.
that at all. I don't like
Yeah,
that.
but that's
I rarely
the
get
line that.
mad.
I think him and Unslavia will have a good discussion if he goes over
I
there.
think so too. Yeah.
Oh, it's
They
going to be a
seem
crazy
like
week.
a
I can
match.
already imagine. Yeah.
Yeah. Match
Great.
made in
Everybody gets to
heaven.
get involved in the fucking Thorp story again for another fucking week or so till he ends up in jail again for violating his fucking protection order. Because you know
Yeah.
what's going to happen.
I hope that his
man.
friend doesn't want a glass of water.
I know if it was me, like I would be too ashamed to even put my face on the
interpretation of the
internet.
law.
This is what I was trying to get done. All you over talking motherfuckers.
What do you mean? You were Flo. You all he did was admit shit that I like 5 other channels already have him saying all that same shit.
All right. Well, maybe it doesn't matter. I guess I don't watch it. I don't like it I don't like watching that sort of shit. It's not
Yeah, it's disturbing.
yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen him this insane.
Oh, I have.
I just
Yeah, I can tell you guys don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I don't.
have
Yeah,
plenty of
I don't want to. I don't want to pay that close of attention to this shit. Like,
Well, and just for the argumentative record, his first things when he came on the news this morning was, I was talking to some guys in jail.
Yeah.
And this is how we figured it out. This is how we came across this information. Yeah, well, fuck you. You know what? Inmate.com doesn't have any viable information.
he fucking acting like this dude who's got 15 DV charges was innocent every time. That's insane.
Yeah. See, I just don't think that that's irrational thinking, and I think he's smarter than that. I think this is all just
It's justifications.
No, I don't think it's justification. I think it's just a way to get
just
attention.
shitty ways to justify shitty behavior is all it is.
I mean, you can't possibly do something
You
like
can't
that.
rationalize yourself and shit out of the law.
I knew he was going to go into court and try and argue that why he was in the right. And I was hoping he had a female judge too.
His virtue
Sounded like
signaling
he
was
did,
worse than all of ours.
Well, like
Not worse than mine. I can top that
He
shit.
wasn't virtue signaling. He was rationalizing, and I don't think any of us were virtue signaling. I mean, there was a little bit of pearl clutching, but that's not actually that out of place in this sort of situation.
I appreciate you guys
pretty
being
insane.
so kind and Flo, I appreciate you throwing him in the back or whatever. But there's nothing that he could say that would ever be offensive to me in any way at all. I mean,
Yeah, but I've got a responsibility as the
Yeah.
panel host. So I understand that it's not hurting you, but at some point it's beginning to hurt me more than you.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Who
I
thinks
mean, I
that no
just was
matter who the
thinking to
woman
myself,
was that
like,
was up here?
yeah,
Go
I
ahead, I'm
just was
sorry.
thinking that he was just showing everybody exactly who he was. And so, I don't know. Like,
I think so.
You weren't wrong about RZA though.
About what?
Easy was not wrong about RZA.
Mm.
I'm never wrong, bro. You're gonna listen enough, bro. And she started listening to me. You realize I'm never wrong.
I mean, I
probably
don't.
won't ever start
Listen.
listening.
I mean,
God's
I
favorite.
have a hard. I know Easy has been right a lot lately. It's
I
true.
patched Fatty. I patched Fatty.
Now to freak, if we could just get you to stop like trying to throw Jesus everywhere he's not wanted, that would be fantastic.
Fatty,
All right.
you know what? That's like, nothing turns people off of religion more than when you're not trying to talk about religion. I think that I get what you're doing and I understand what you're doing and I respect your
Hey,
opinions.
now let's not lie.
I respect it, but I
Get off
think
the
like it
fence.
has to be it has to come in the right
Pause.
form, in the
I thought
right
you were gonna
place.
say hold.
Flows
I was
is
just
the
telling him his
worst
reality.
place. Yeah.
Yeah, don't come in Flo's hole.
I mean,
Wait.
The
Yeah, Chuck almost
The
got
flying
sucked
spaghetti monster
out of,
welcomes
down
everybody.
to hell the other day. Huh? What?
I didn't see any remorse whatsoever.
No.
No.
Didn't seem like that. I
I'm
offered
pretty
Grace.
sure when the prosecutor watches this after he violates his protection order that
Mm-hmm.
one way or another, this stream is going to end up as court evidence.
Yeah.
No
Fucking guy's
shit.
an idiot. You guys an
Yeah,
idiot.
yeah, I know. I was sitting
How
here
many
going, "Oh my
people?
god."
How many people do you think will like contact his probation officer?
I mean, I can only think how many
It
people
won't matter. That
are
won't
sitting
matter.
around hate watching him.
It already happened. He's already like you guys don't realize
Nope.
with him. There's been people trying to get this done to him since they realized what he was doing to Grace. Like,
Yeah. And I
Orders of
offered Grace.
protection
I
are put
offered.
into place.
I
Orders of
offered for
protection are
Grace
put into
to live
place
with
after
me.
these
I said
incidents
she
to
could come
protect
and live with
victims.
me. I felt like if she got out of there and maybe was around a just some healthy people possibly, and maybe some kids her age, she would
nah, she's gonna need like heavy
a
therapy
lot of help. Yeah,
at this
but
point.
I
She's
mean, that first thing she needs to do is get out of that situation. Now, you know, she's a
But she
beautiful,
doesn't see this
smart
as a bad
girl,
situation. So
and she needs some better guidance. You know, I
that's why
feel
protection
terrible
orders are
for her.
put into place. That's
I mean, I have a
exactly why
daughter her
protection
age.
orders are put into place. Is to keep them separated long enough for people to come to their own rational.
What do you mean separated? They're living together right now. They're probably hanging
He's
out
living in a
watching this.
fucking deal out in the yard, sure, but in all of these situations, in any domestic, in any assault situation, there will be a protection order placed to protect the victim. There's an assumption of some sort of aggression, some sort of potential violence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even without that, there's emotional, right?
Mm-hmm.
The court doesn't want people calling each other and harassing each other or coming on how to whatever.
Right.
It's a very common thing.
Or
It's
just
not, he's pretending like he's the victim of some sort of focused prosecution. Well, no,
He's gonna drive
this is what
the
happens when
anger
you break the
management
law.
guy
So
nuts. Can you
It's
imagine
illegal to
him
be
in
a
anger
man.
management? Jesus.
yeah, and
crazy.
things like cognitive awareness, like, you know, when your daughter's talking shit about you on a live stream, you want to think 3 seconds ahead and not kick her in the back of the chair.
I mean, that
You know,
was
things
so.
like that.
It was
It's not
too,
a chair. You keep saying a chair, fatty. He kicks her.
I
He
know,
doesn't.
hit her shoulder. I know. Yeah.
I initially thought it was the chair. I did.
No, because she's
initially
sitting
think
on a
that.
bed.
Yeah.
She's
Well,
sitting there on
no,
the edge of the bed.
she was sitting in front of the computer, right?
Yeah,
Like in
on
a
the
chair.
bed. On a
Oh,
bed.
okay. Well,
Could
whatever.
you imagine calling somebody a part-time Thorper like it's an insult that they're not full-time Thorper?
Right? The fact that you're a full-time Thorper
Gross.
is like, I get a life, bro.
Yeah, man.
At
That
least you weren't called a
Does Grace still have my
what did he
name
call me?
on her belly?
A
I don't
wafer
know,
of
but I'd
hell.
rather be called anything that he called Crispy than a full-time
You gotta be
Thorper.
nice to RZA though. He likes being people's pay pigs. So if you're nice to him,
A
Hey man,
wafer
you're
of
welcome
hell.
back up here anytime. Wait, should I be meaner? Come back up here and make Easy mad that you're here.
Shit.
Flo,
I'm
that
getting
panel
out
that I
back
was
here
on
anyway.
last night when
I
you
gotta go
guys.
get some shit done before I have a nap.
I gotta go
Hey,
get some
Easy,
shit done too.
I came in here because I was going over to your channel to see if you were watching what was going on.
Yeah.
No, really, I couldn't believe Flo was still on. Did you never go off, Flo?
No, I never went off.
Oh man.
I know. Every time I don't know. Easy can attest this. There's something about like panel, like the flow of it, that right when you're wrapping down, like the next wave comes, like all at once.
Yeah.
Oh well, today I had to keep going because I got a Crucible raid. So that's like 500 people I got raided.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I was like, yeah, I'm not. I was like, I can't stop now. So we went in on Wes Watson. Dude's a fucking tool.
Dude is so cringy.
Such a tool, man.
Wow.
I'm gonna
He's
be
like,
going in
he's
on
like
him.
Talcott on fucking steroids.
When are you going in on him again?
I'm gonna do a little bit more on him tomorrow.
Is that going to be open? If that's open, I might hop up.
Yeah, bro.
I wouldn't mind going after. It's so weird.
He's such a weirdo, man. The dude's constant. Like
Do
the
you
one
think
video
he-
we were watching from his like starting videos, and he's flexing so hard as he's talking that he's shaking and talking, and
Yeah.
it's so ridiculous.
Do you think his fans are gay?
That he's gay?
No, his fans. He like.
Oh, that's a good. That's actually a good.
Watch a dude with no shirt on yell at you about how to be a man.
That's kind of a good theory. He probably does have a high fan base of gay men. Now,
do you think if I started selling Wes Watson jerseys, I could make some money?
I mean, if you took off your shirt,
Oh.
you
Might
could
be able
probably
to
get
see
a whole new
you,
fan base.
He might be able to see.
I mean, what's the point in suing somebody who doesn't have anything? What you want? You want these bootleg Wes Watson shirts back? That's fine.
He doesn't have a trademark or anything.
Millions. He'll wait till it makes some bank and then he'll sue you.
Last night when I was on that guy's panel or whatever, and when everybody left, he turned into a completely different person. I knew it. I knew he wasn't
kind of
like that
person?
whatsoever. Well, he went to seminary school and he was a prison guard. And he just was really nice and very respectful.
Did you call him a beta? You did call him a beta, didn't you?
I don't say those things.
I think you did.
I don't say beta and shit like that. No, I don't.
What do you call? You said something about him.
No, I think I don't know. I have no idea. You guys were asking me questions. I just answered the questions.
I'm thinking of the
I mean, Lindsay.
the rough guy thing or whatever you said, the rugged guy thing.
I don't know.
Never mind.
I have no idea. I feel like Lindsay,
Maybe it was Lindsay that called him
Yeah.
a beta.
Yeah.
That sounds like something Lindsay would say.
She was like, "Crispy, come up." You like, and then as soon as I get up there, she dips.
I have never met that guy since before today, and I'm like, what the fuck did I meet?
Who?
He's a nice guy.
He was really
If you
nice.
want to see any Thorp shit, I got a bunch, and then there's a channel called Shamu. He's got a bunch as well. He's got like some long documentaries and some short ones. And like I've covered a bunch of shit. I've had a bunch of combos with them. Some shit that I got from their StreamYard when they made me admin.
A friend of mine sent
That's
me
how
a
I
Reddit
found you
link.
and Flo.
A friend of mine sent me a Reddit link about the entire story. Well, parts of it anyway.
I forgot about that Shamu channel.
What do you all think is the proper way to handle Grace from now on? And the reason I ask is because I was surprised last time I went up on Jack's panel when Grace was there, how much pushback I got from that. Not that I would ever change my behavior, but I think that I was surprised in that I think that it's attacking who I look at as basically a victim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's taken from me, someone who's spent many panels with her. She is a narcissist herself, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I understand that like her dad has some manipulation on her, but we can't take away all agency when she has the world telling her how fucking wrong what is going on is, and she refuses to listen to anyone, right? Like when at what point do you just keep saying, "Oh, it's okay that she's fucking saying that she wants,"
and she's got
You know what?
to die and
she's got
shit.
the zebras. She's got the
She
zebras
goes
back
like
in her.
she goes as like dark as she can, right? So like it's like
Yeah.
like if you just keep giving her that rope, then she just never learns. So nah, tell her fuck you.
Psychiatrist.
I think that she is absolutely a beautiful, beautiful young lady and she's smart and witty and has a lot of potential. I'm scared that she has screwed up because she's always going to be known for the chick that sleeps with her dad, you know?
Oh, she needs to get off the internet. She needs to dye her hair a different color, move to a different city, get some new friends, meet a therapist,
Yeah.
and never
Stop
talk to her
communicating.
father again. That's the way she fixes all this.
I
Straight
know.
up.
I offered
And
it
so
to
her
her.
brother, did you see
And
John Thorp was down there?
and she was a bitch about it.
Oh,
That's
was he?
responded.
Yeah, he came by. He said, "I'm Ben's son," and then the next comment he said something about blah blah. He was fucking his daughter, my sister.
Well, here, you know that video that I had played to show you what Ben had said about the beer bottle?
Yeah.
You want to hear what the brother says right at the end? I have the recording of what the brother says he found.
Probably not, but if you want to share it, we can watch it.
He was also arrested.
I get it though. It is one of those things like you're like, oh my god, really? Like it's it hits you in a way. But
I think the most fucked up thing of all almost is like if they don't have the self-awareness to think that this stuff needs to be kind of hidden, right? Like, what the fuck do you think that their private life is like? That shit's insane.
The brother was also arrested for domestic violence and
she got him arrested. She started with him and kept fighting with him until she grabbed his. She grabs onto his his crutch, and then he smacks her, pushes her to the crutch, and then Listen to the last part here.
I saw Grace's phone on the table, saw a text from my dad, her dad, whatever, coming in on her phone, and I looked at them, and it was like the craziest. Like my heart started pounding really, really fast, and what I saw was basically sexting, him and her sexting, and I was like,
"See that shit?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The most disturbing thing I've heard from them out of Ben completely was that he said that his wife was masturbating all day, and she said she was thinking about him having sex with Grace, and that was what she was fantasizing.
I did not hear that. I know that you're at work, little bro, but there's the link again just in case something changed.
That to me, oh my God, that hurt my feelings so badly as a mother. It breaks my heart. And he should have gotten her out of the house and help for her. Instead, he was, oddly turned on, I'm sure.
There's some snappers. There's some snappers, and there's some zebras. And there's even a 2B guy that we know that completely support everything that Grace does.
Mm-hmm.
Tell her she's doing exactly what she needs to do, that she's in the right spot. And those guys are
that's the problem. Yeah, she's got a few guys that give her money that are telling her to do all this shit.
Yeah. The one guy that bought her the subs the night that Ben got arrested. Remember, she reached some crazy sub count.
RZA, my favorite homie.
Oh, are you sure that's him?
Yeah, no, John. I know that you're at work. I'm not trying to pressure you or anything. I just figured in the off chance that you were on lunch or something and wanted it. RZA, did he just fall out? I guess he fell out.
I'm going to shoot you an email here, Phil, with some
couldn't have been any
pictures
more
on it.
impressed with all of you on panel that had such amazing comments about debate him. All of you all of your children are lucky to have all of you as fathers. I think that's amazing that all of you had such insightful things to say. I mean, it was really astounding. You don't see that very often.